Okay, let's grab the link and then we'll be cooking. Make sure I get the link in here for y'all real quick.
On drum sessions, I still have them, man. Those are great mics. For $99, you can't go wrong.
Right.
Oh, Donnie, that clicking issue I had with my Phantom Power on my interface, that was that was a grounding issue.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which is interesting. Oh, look at these typing in chat, I think.
I mean, I don't have where I'm at now is not really like the best grounding system, but at the studio we had our oh, he's saying we got to go to YouTube. He's live on YouTube, not here.
Oh, word.
Well, we you know, we're hanging out anyway. It don't matter. I was gonna say at my other studio we had a dedicated ground for the main system that we did purposely. You know, it was not touching any other ground system in the whole studio, in the whole building.
I don't know if you guys can hear. I'm pretty sure you can. Pretty sure you guys can hear that. That's cool.
Oh, apparently our audio is live on YouTube. What's up, YouTube?
Yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna head over there. I'll see y'all over there.
Let's do it.
I see y'all over.
Oh, if y'all wanna chat, man, honestly, you should just stay in there because this is actually working good. We can hear you guys in the stream and everything. This is tight. This 2-computer setup is tight. Let's go. Nope, everybody said peace out. Man, we don't want to be in the video. Fuck that. All right, cool. See, we getting any chats coming? Let me put the link on Facebook real quick too. We'll
come back and we're gonna be live.
Yeah,
the
cool.
Delay is crazy.
Is it bad? I think it's about 60 seconds. That's just YouTube. I wonder if I can change that on my end. That's cool.
Yeah, the delay between.
We working it out, man.
30, 45 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. No. Pretty sure it's like a 60-second deal. But it's cool. This is the best way to get the audio. I think it's worth it. And we're going to just do incremental improvements every single time. And it's going to get better and better. Let me just post this on Facebook real quick. We are live. So I was going to do... I was going to mix Josh's track on here, but the link expired. So I guess we'll do something else, which is cool. He might not want me to stream it live too, low-key, so maybe that's for the best. But I thought it'd be a cool excuse to, like, kind of get two birds stoned at once. Oh, cool, everybody's back in the chat. All right. So, today, man, I just thought we'd mix some stuff, dude. Kind of start... I wanted to start completely from scratch. So, I don't know, maybe we'll just go through, we'll find something cool. There's a massive delay between SKOOL and YouTube. Yeah, there's going to be a delay, man. It's just the best way to get the audio today. But next time we'll get the delay handled. But for now, we're going to do some things, so... Let's see, what should we mess with, man? You guys want to do... Honestly, this is mostly for Donald, low-key. So, I just want to ask him, bro, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do some vocal-based stuff, since that's kind of more what we're doing? Or do we want to mess around and do some full band stuff? We got options, man. We got options. Yeah, if you guys want to like say something quicker, you can do it in the chat on YouTube. It'll probably be better. Anything you want. Well, you know what? It's going to be the same. There's still a delay on YouTube anyway, so it doesn't matter, but it's all good. Oh, I heard you, Donald. What's up, brother? What's up, Donald? So this is one that we were working on the other day. We just recorded this, what was it, before I left, like Thursday, I think? We did a little rough mix on it. It's mostly all DI and some drums, and then we did some drum replacement, so that was cool. Let me ask Donald one more time. Yo, Donald, do you want to do vocals or full band stuff today? My boy's been showing up, so I want to make sure he's getting some value from this. Hey, what's up, Redman P? Welcome, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's my dog right there. So anyways, while we're chilling, while I'm waiting for that info to come back, we're gonna go through this and see what's going on. So let's hear where it's at right now, because this is kind of where we got to a stopping point last time, just so you can kind of get an overall vibe of what the vibe is. Alright, bet. Maybe we'll do a little of both. Shout out to Abe, man. He put me on the new trigger. It's sounding pretty good. I think I'm thinking probably, Donald, for you, bro, probably just vocals would be best, just so we can really kind of dial in and focus. And then next time we'll go into more full band stuff. I think that'll be the play. Side shift. I can hear him singing it. Let's see. I think Sky Anthony would be a banger to work on. Let's try this one. Oh, of course not. All right, let's pull it up. I renamed my little project folder lately, so I'll pull it up manually. Reaper output's quiet. Cool, let me bump it up. Appreciate you, Abe. I mean, it's coming out super loud for me. Are you sure, bro? It looks like it's almost peaking in OBS, so it should be coming in pretty loud, bro. Let me check in here real quick. Alright, let me bump it up here a little bit. Let me know if that sounds better, Abe. Oh yeah, it is a little quiet on this one. Here's what we'll do. There we go. How's that, brother? Cool. Alright, that should be way better. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Cool. Now let's pull up some vocalies. How's everybody doing, man? Yeah, I think we got the audio better now. Appreciate you guys. See, that's why it's so nice. I got it all routed through Reaper, so I can just hit the fader. I can throw plugins. It's chill. Appreciate you guys. It's fun, man. I'm super tired. I slept probably like 9 hours in the last 3 days, but the show must go on. We just got back from Washington, D.C. Went to my great uncle's funeral at Arlington. It was pretty beautiful, man. I'm ready to get back to it, do some cooking. I was getting itchy. All right, here we go. Sky Anthony. Tracks. Sorry, my gate's a little... If I talk too quiet, my gate's a little crappy. Oh, Man of the Hour might be a good one. Let's do this one. This will be a banger. This will be fun. All right. So, Donald, basically, bro, we're just going to go from the beginning to the end, man. And something you'll notice when I mix, I'm not like super structured with it the way that probably these other guys are. It's a little bit more, I mean, bro, at the end of the day, I'm an artist, bro. So I've been doing kind of my own thing for a long time. So I'll just basically go through it with you from the beginning and I'll just explain what I'm doing. And if you have any questions, we can break down stuff and get a little deeper into it and it'll be dope. Hey, we got 4 people watching live. Tight. I think this is going to be the move to do it from now on. Some version of this. If I can get that lag figured out, we'd be crispy because, yeah, the audio is just so much better like this, I think. Me tinks. Cool, looks like video's coming in good. Chilling. So Donald, while we're waiting, bro, is there anything, like I said, we're going to just go from beginning to end and just do like a full mix down of some vocals. Is there anything in particular that you like want to focus on or have any questions on before we get cooking? This will be fun. I'm sure Abe and Donnie will have some criticisms for me, which will be cool. I can use it. I'm down to learn, so it's all good. All right, save project. No. I don't know why we need to initialize to close a project, but appreciate y'all's patience, man. It's freaking hot outside, man. It is crazy. It's like 110 right now. Okay, cool. Donnie says he's thinking. Cool, no worries. I'm sure it'll come up. So we're gonna cover just basic stuff, and then we're gonna get into plugins, and then we're gonna get into like a little bit of finalization, a little bit of mastering, just like a little bit basics. I really don't want to make it too complicated, so keep it chill. But I think you'll get some value from this. So, very first thing we're gonna do. Man, did this thing crash on me? That's embarrassing. First thing we're gonna do. See, this is why I like the 2 PC setup though, because this computer can take a poop and we're still chilling. First thing we're gonna do, bro, is the most important thing. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees on this. Is we're gonna focus on gain staging. So that's really just a fancy way of saying levels. Like the volume of everything, essentially. And, but there's kind of a sweet spot to it, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, why is my computer tweaking out? There we go. See, this is the stuff that nobody brags about. Close a couple things. I bet that'll help. Boom. Boom. Oh, tight. Love that. Oh, man. How funny is that? So, you know, sometimes things crash, bro. That's so funny, dude. I was doing a session before I left. Everything was rock solid. Mercury retrograde, baby. Let's go. Oh, boy. Did you set your mix bus to Wumbo? Not yet. That's funny. Wumbo. What is that? Futurama? Where have I heard that from? Breadman says, come on, teach. Man, I'm so glad we got this 2 PC set up, because that would have just crashed the whole stream. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, exactly, Donald. Bro, it was so funny. Like, I'm really not even... Like, I'm into astrology, but I don't, like, live my life off that stuff or anything like that. But, what do you mean it's incorrect? But, man, dude, like, the last 2 times I've traveled during Mercury retrograde, and oh my god, dude, every single time I've done that, It's literally been every single little thing that could possibly, like, I didn't have the real ID thing, which I thought I did. It cost me extra. I had to check my luggage when I wasn't supposed to. The flight was delayed. Like, just every little thing, you know? It's interesting, man. It's to the point where I'm like, okay, next time I have to not travel during Mercury retrograde. Because fuck that. All right, second time's a charm. Look, it's loading right up this time. And everybody probably dipped, but it's cool. It's cool. We gonna do it. We gonna do the thing, man. Yo, I hope Dylan jumps on because we got Tomo on here. I'm wondering if maybe he can give me some advice on that. I got that because of him, and I still haven't figured that shit out yet. Donald says facts, but it still influences, especially for those more Matrix influenced too. Lol, he says. Yeah, man, I don't know what it is, but it's been getting my goat this week. Like, literally, we were supposed to get on the plane yesterday at like 6:30, and we didn't get on the plane till like 9:30. They moved it like 3 times. Just weird. Just weird. And then, like, I don't know if have you ever had this happen, dude? We were at the gate, and then TSA like came in to do like a second check, and they're like, "Oh, it was random." Like, okay, that's weird. Weird, man. But this is what happens, man. Real life stuff gets weird sometimes. Gotta get it done. All right, finally. Holy crap. All right, so just to give you an idea of kind of what... So basically what we do, man, usually when I do sessions, it's usually a record mix all in one. So these guys typically come, it's a group of dudes, and they come in and they get like 6 or 7 hours, and we just bang out like usually sometimes 3 songs, sometimes like 6 or 7 or 8. Yeah, and then we basically bang out a bunch of recordings up front. Sometimes like we'll do a little bit of mixing as we're going because like they might want autotune or they might want reverbs or whatever. And then once we get to kind of like a stopping point, like it's kind of random. So basically I'll record, I'll like maybe mix for 10-15 minutes, and then we'll go to the next song, maybe mix for 10-15, and then once we're done, I'll go through and mix them all. And I'll usually be like, hey, which song do we want to spend the most energy on? Or do we want to sort of split energy between 2 projects, because we do it all on a timer. So basically this is a song that we recorded in about an hour and a half with all the guys. I think there's 4 dudes on this song, and then we mixed it for probably no more than 2 hours. So this is like a light mix. This isn't like a fully 100% perfect mix, but this is the gist of what it should sound like at the end of a session. So let's check it out.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last words. 1, 2, 3, go. Bleed for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless, and have you wishing that we could've made it right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an encore. I can't even push my heart because my heart's cold. And I can't even hold your heart because my head's cold. And I don't wanna break your heart because I can't hold.
Bleed for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
I love that chorus, it's fire.
Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless, and have you wishing that we could've made it right.
You left your shadow.
So real quick, I just want to bring this up because it's already coming up. So, something that is pretty challenging especially when you're a beginner, and honestly, even when you're not sometimes, especially if you're not going off the meters and stuff like that, is just making sure all the vocals are balanced. So we're gonna do this whole thing from scratch, but I just want you to kind of pay attention to this. So if you notice, like, this chorus to me sounds pretty full and balanced with the beat.
That we could have made it right.
Back and forth, broken hearts, getting sent
When
to text
the transition comes, when it goes from Angel's vocals to I Smoke Loud vocals, like, to me, even though it's a little bit different, it sounds matched. Like, it doesn't feel like one is way bigger than the other one to me. And that's super, super important. And it's tricky because, you know, if you get one the way you like it and another one you're like, oh, he's too loud, he's too quiet, sometimes you end up going back and forth and readjusting a bunch of times, and that can really screw you up. So something that really, really helps me, especially for rap, hip hop, anything poppy, or I mean even a lot of rock stuff too, this definitely applies. You really want to make sure that the chorus, the part that's going to hit the hardest, is dialed in, and then you want to keep that way and then match everything else to that, as opposed to changing the chorus to match the verses. In general, obviously it depends on like a per track basis, but so like in this case, I feel that the chorus is pretty balanced to the beat, and so we want to make sure all the other vocals match to that. So just notice that, and I'm pointing that out because as we go into the second guest vocal, I think he's a little loud, so let's check it out.
And have you wishing that we could have made it right?
You left your shadow in my mind. I wanna hate, I wanna try.
Honestly might be an EQ thing, but let's listen to it anyways.
You left your shadow in my mind. I wanna hate, I wanna try. I try to run, I try to hide. I can't escape what's all inside. I don't wanna waste another Friday night just thinking about what we could be and we can do, and all the reasons that I fall for you. Girl, I know I move too fast, but I can't slow down when you leave me all alone. My head gets loud with words you say, but won't you please pick up the phone?
For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless. And have you wishing that we could have made it right?
Blue strips to fix my heart. I don't think a kiss will change a thing. I'm just lost up in my ways. Baby, I'm playing in the major leagues. Racks in your face, amaze. You wanna come spend the day with me. My new girl, 10 like man. You know I got a crazy wrist on me. So come and slide with Sky tonight, and I'll show you more than just getting by. Blow the top of my grind, so don't be blowing up my phone when you're crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
Alright, so that's pretty good gist to the whole overall vibe. So it's a little rough around the edges, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but that's the gist of what my finished mixes sound like, just in terms of overall balance, overall vibe, kind of the way I handle layers. I'm gonna read some comments real quick because y'all are asking some good questions. So Donald said, was at DC or Denver, talking about the plane thing. Dude, it was literally it was in DC and Denver. It was crazy. And then he said, I've had that issue with the chorus versus the verses all the night, so I know what you're saying. Yeah, man, the secret sauce, in my opinion, and the tricky part is like you notice the vocals have different qualities. There's different EQ balances, there's different amounts of layers, even between like in Fern's part right here. He starts out with this like lower part.
You left your shadow in my mind.
And then he goes to this like high belty thing.
I don't wanna waste another Friday night just.
And so it's like the character and the tonality and even like the way I do the reverbs can be like pretty different. And so this is where like the whole LUFS versus DBS thing comes in. So like LUFS is a measurement of like overall frequency volume, if that kind of makes sense, whereas dBs is more just like straight up how loud the top of it is. And so that basically what I'm saying, there's different ways to look at volume, there's different ways to look at balance, and the best way at the end of the day is just like taste and ears, in my humble opinion. So to do that, you really have to have a rock solid foundation. So that's why, in my opinion, you should really focus on the chorus, especially because that's the part that repeats. So if that part's whack, the rest of it's going to be whack. You're going to build your whole foundation off it being whack. So yeah, so we'll go through it step by step, but I want to make that super clear. And then Abe says, you're not, and Donald says on all the night. He's talking about his song. Abe says you're not going to align the vocals. So I don't own Vocaline. I do a lot of it manually, and I really didn't do too much. Like, dude, I would literally go in here and do it right here. So Donald, we'll get into this. This is more editing. I want to do literally a whole day on edits because I edit the shit out of stuff. But like what I would do is something like this, something like that. Bing, bing, bing. And then honestly, I don't even want to mess with that too much. I use my ears for it mostly, bro. But we didn't, during this session, we didn't do much aligning or editing, honestly. We mostly did mixing. So, yeah, I see we did a few things here and there. Like, I think the chorus is probably better aligned than, I think Fern's verse, we didn't do anything. So, yeah, to answer your question, we do align the vocals. I don't use Vocaline. If somebody wants to buy it for me, maybe I would. But I mostly do it manually, and we didn't do too much of that on this one. So yeah, so this is going to be mostly mixing focused, less, Wave Sync VX. I might try that. I think I have that. Yeah, I just always done it manually, bro. I kind of like it, but probably make it efficient. Anyways, all right, so I think the best thing to do, bro, is we'll just kind of start all the way over. So I'm going to save a new project. So I don't this one up. All right, cool, version 1. So then we're just going to start at the beginning, bro. So it's kind of, like I said, we kind of do mixing live. So typically when I record, I just keep like a compressor and the auto-tune. So it's not too much, but we'll start with that. We'll basically start with just auto-tune and just basic compression so you can hear, like, we're going to start how we recorded it, if that makes sense. So I'll show you how we did that. Turn all these off. Bing, bing. Okay, I think we're good. And then we'll turn the mastering stuff off too. So this is basically completely raw, and then I'll bump it on how we recorded it, just so you can hear the difference.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go. Bleed for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
So you can notice already, like, the levels are already pretty decent. I really wish I had a complete fresh one to show you, because it would just be so much easier. I'm wondering, because I wanted to show you how we do the tracks and stuff. So here's what we'll do. We're just going to rebuild it, bro. We're going to literally rebuild it. Okay, so let's start with the beat. So let me just put all this crap in a folder, hide it from you. I want to show you how we get there all the way. I don't want you to miss anything. So we'll start from the beginning. Okay. So just pretend none of this is here right now. So we're going to start with this beat. So first thing we do, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because we have another video on this, but I want you to know that it's an essential part of the process. So the very first thing we do when I get a track, before I even start recording, because usually I'm recording in the studio, and I know, Donald, you're going to be recording your own stuff at home. So when I'm recording at home, or when I'm recording a client or whatever, before you even hit the record button, before you even make a track, the very first thing you need to do is get everything synced up, and you need to get the key. So I'm just going to really briefly just kind of explain that. So what we're doing is we're taking this beat. So you can hear the pulse, right? It's like da 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 da. That's what you'd bob your head to, right? So we need to basically tell Reaper, okay, this is how fast the beat is, and we need to match that to the project. And it's very, very important. So if you notice right here, like, you see all these hits are lining up with the lines. That's super, super important so that we can do proper edits, and also so that our delays are in time and all kinds of stuff. So first thing we're going to do is do that. So the way that I do that in Reaper, man, you're going to go to options. Man, I've done this so many. I think it's project settings. I've done this so many times. I do it with the shortcut key. Yeah, so project settings, which is Alt-Enter. That's what I usually do. And then that'll pull this up. And this is super, super important right here. So whenever you're changing, like, let's say we just threw a beat in, Reaper usually is going to set the tempo to be at 120 by default, which is this down here. So that's usually going to be 120 by default. And almost, I mean, sometimes beats are 120, but it's usually not 120. So what we want to do is make sure that this is set to time. And what that's going to do is when it's on time, when this is set to time, project time base for items, what that's going to do is when I change the tempo in Reaper, it's going to just change the project. It's not going to modify the audio, which is very important because we don't want to modify the audio. And what that allows us to do is if I change the tempo, we already know it's 180, but let's just say we're starting and it's 120, right? So notice it's not lined up at all. And now when I turn the metronome on, we're going to hear that it's out of sync. So then what we do is I'll listen to the drum beat and I'll tap it on here. And notice we're already pretty close. Just from tapping it, it got to 182. So then what we'll do, usually, man, I'll look for the downbeat. So remember from rhythm class, we always look for the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I want to make sure that downbeat on 1 is lined up with the project. So right here, it's this transient right here is the downbeat. So I'd something like that. And the reason I'm doing this is because sometimes the intros, like they'd be like a half bar, a half measure, whatever, and this just proves that we're on the right time. So probably about right there. Let's listen to it. Yeah. So then we're gonna take that and drag it all the way to the left, and we're gonna listen. And if it matches perfectly, then we're good. But usually it'll sound good for a second and then kind of get off. So you just kind of need to listen to it. So. And you can see that it's getting behind the beat just a little bit. See, that's the downbeat right there. Boom. So this transient needs to line up perfectly with this. So how do we do that? Let's try 180. Boom. We tried 180. So what I did is because Reaper, the timing of Reaper is going faster than the timing of the song, that means I want to lower this number. And I'm just guessing. It could be, let's just try 181, right? And it got closer, but it's not perfect. Let's try 179. Oh, look, now it's on the other side. So look, 180. Boom, it's perfect. Look at that, it's perfect. And the way I can check that it's perfect is I should be able to jump around anywhere in this project. And it's going to sound weird because the vocals, but we got them muted, so we're good. So anywhere in this project, that transient should line up. And honestly, it looks to me like it's maybe even slightly pushed over. So I'd maybe do that. But now it's lined up. Boom. Cool. Now that we got that lined up, now every single edit that we make is going to be with precision. Probably not do a ton of edits, but if we did. And also the delays and the reverbs and blah, blah, blah. So let me put it back the way I had it so we don't screw up the structure. Boom. Okay. So we got our beat locked into the time. Okay. And real quick before we move on, just in case anybody's wondering about this. What this other option is for, let's say we put it to beats, position, length, rate, and we say, okay. So, they added a new button for that. Oh, that's tight. I love updates. All right, cool. So what that allows us to do is you only want to set it to that once it's already synchronized with the project, but once it is synchronized with the project, you can do really cool shit. So let's say the beat's 180 and we're like, I want it to be slower. Okay, cool. You set that time-based setting and you set it to 170. And did you see when I changed it, it stretched everything out. Let's do it again. Let's do 100. Sample sounds like butt now, but see how it's still in time? So now we have complete control. So if you ever want to get into like time modification, or if you want to make a beat slower, faster, like I'll work with one of my clients, Clinton Smith. You guys know him. He does that a lot, where like we'll finish a song and then he'll be like, "Let's try 2 BPM faster," and it's funny, man. And Reaper's really good about it. It's very powerful. So, anyways, so once we got the beat locked in, the next thing we need to do is we need to get the key locked in. And I already know it's D minor, but I just want to briefly show you that process. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate a keyboard. And I got the virtual keyboard going. Look at that. So that's the major. And that's the minor. So it's D minor and it's F major. Boom. We went over that in music theory, and we'll do more videos on that, but just take my word for it. Abe Montoya says, yeah, I was actually going to comment this tempo is too fast for the vibe of the song. Huh. Word. And he says, or the vocals are too low energy. Word. Yeah, man. Honestly, bro, when it comes to a lot of that kind of stuff, like I kind of mind my business, bro, because they know what they want and they were happy with it. They liked it, but I hear where you're coming from. All right, cool. So we got D minor, and I just wrote it down on this little track because, sometimes you'll be in a hurry and you'll forget. You're like, what key is it in? So now that we got that, we got the beat and we got the time synced. The project is synced to the time. We've got the key of the song established. So it's D minor. So now we can cook. So first thing we're going to do, bro, is we're going to record a chorus. So let's just pretend we recorded a chorus, right? Or let's say we got some stems, right? So this is where we need to get into organization. So I'm going to do this from scratch. So I don't want to delete this whole mix though. Here's what we'll do. All right, so we have 4 intro vocals. Okay, let's take a little listen with no effects.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, so before we do anything, we're gonna look at that part and we're gonna figure out how to structure it. So I already have it done over here, but I'm gonna rebuild it just so you can see exactly how it goes with no confusion. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a new track, and we're going to call it Angel Folder. Okay, so this is a folder track. We're not going to use this for mixing. Simple as that. All right, now we got another folder inside. We're going to do intro vocals. Boom. We're going to do another folder. We're going to call it chorus vocals. I don't always do this many folders, but I just want to show you how to do it. So you can do whatever you want. So the way folders work in Reaper, a track can be a folder and a folder can be a track. And we've talked about this on another, I'm pretty sure you've heard me talk about this, Donald, but for anybody who's watching who doesn't know, in my understanding, you don't really want to use folders for mixing, because if you, like, let's say I slap a plugin on here, when I adjust the volume on there, it's not going to adjust proportionally the way that a mix bus would. And we'll go over what a mix bus is and all that stuff. But basically, the quick and dirty of it is don't use folders for mixing. Just use them for organization, and we'll use buses for mixing. That's the way I do it, and I think it makes a lot of sense. So we got intro vocal 1. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that. Intro vocal 2. Okay, and we'll just start with those guys. So the reason that we did it that way, I'm going to just move these up here, and I'm going to grab these and just move them down. Boop, boop. Cool. So now we got these on a brand new clean track. The reason we have these separated like this is because this vocal is all really one part. So normally we'd probably like mix this on one track, but the reason that we have them separated is because they overlap each other, and we don't want, watch, I'll show you. Let me turn this up a little bit. Okay, so first things first, before we even get started, the levels were not great on this. Let's see, what is that coming in at? So if we look at our mixer, yeah, it's coming in at minus 29. That's pretty fucking low. I like to get my stuff coming in at about minus 12 in general, not always, but so what we're gonna do, we're gonna click on all of these, and you have 2 options. You can either hit this knob, or you can do Shift N, which is for normalize, and that's in here. If you go right click, item, it's been so long since I've been in this menu like this. Where's normalize under Abe? Help a brother out. It's under processing in it. Yeah, processing, normalize. Cool. So you hit normalize each item separately. There's lots of different versions of this, but we're just gonna do it that way. Boom. So now this is up 29, so that's a little too high. So let's bring it down like 12. So what's 29 minus 12? I can do math. 17. Cool. So now we should be getting our levels coming in at about an average of -12 overall. And this one looks a little quieter, so I'm just going to bring that up. Let's see if our ears are telling us the truth.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might.
Oh yeah, that's way quieter.
1, 2.
Nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word.
1, 2.
And that part got a little louder, so we'll just edit that down. Little manual automation.
I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
So that's our look at how we've already improved my previous mix just by taking a little extra 5 minutes because we were moving quickly. So the reason this is where gain staging comes in. I'm going to use that word a million times. I'm going to explain it to death. So if you get annoyed, too bad. Gain staging is at every stage of the signal. So like when you record is stage 1. When we put it on a track is stage 2. When you send that track to a mix bus, that's stage 3. When you print your final song, that's stage 4. There could be infinite stages in between, but just so you get a concept. Whenever you're going through your stages of mixing, it's essential that every single stage is balanced to that sweet spot. Because if it's too loud, it's going to get like crispified, not in a good way. It's going to get distorted and booty sounding. And if it's too low, you're going to get noise floor issues. So when you boost that low signal up, the noise floor is going to come up. It's not going to respond to the plugins as well because plugins are designed to get a line level signal coming in. So it's very important that your levels are good. So now that we got this leveled.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool, easy. And then we got a 1, 2, 3, go. So we'll take that, put it up here. Let's see, I'm going to name this vocal 1 because I want to make sure I know that this is all part of the same vocal. And then we're going to make 2 new tracks. We're going to call it 1, 2, 3, go left, and 1, 2, 3, go right. Boom. Easy squeeze, lemon peas. Bing. Bong. Boom. Boom. Alright, let me just mute these so I don't gotta keep soloing everything. And the cool thing about folders, if you mute or solo them, they do work, so it's useful. Useful stuff. This song's catchy, it gets stuck in my head. Alright, so now we got all that. We don't need to be soloing stuff no more.
1.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word.
Put this down real quick.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. I actually think that's leveled pretty
Your
solid
last
already.
word.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. So now we're going to get a little bit of sauce on it. So like I was saying earlier, I don't always do this in a perfect order. If we were being like really robotic, I would go through every single one and level them out before I did anything else. But I already know, just listening to this, I'm like, oh, this would be cool if we panned this. So I'm going to pan it right now. And just friendly reminder for anybody who doesn't know what panning is, it's basically moving the sound to the left or right speaker. So I'm going to take this vocal left. I'm going to make it go left. I don't know. I want it to be pretty wide, I think, but not super wide. Let's try 80%. And then same thing for this one. And let's hear what that sounds like.
I heard your last word.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, I already think that's way
I
better.
heard your last word.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
I like the energy on that one a little bit better.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
So we're going to get weird with it, man. We're going to get weird with it. We were talking about the Nyquist effect the other day. We're going to do that. So what I'm hearing in my head is I'm hearing, because before I just panned them left and right because we were in a hurry, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I think it would be cool because this one to me sounds more bassy. Abe says 60%. I'm good. I'm going to go 80, but I appreciate you. It's the intro part. It's not like a major vocal. I think it'll sound cool wide like that. And check this out, Abe. You probably already know what we're doing, but we're going to do some Nyquist effect to make it even wider. So this one is lower.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
So I want to use this as a mono center one.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
Let's hear what that sounds like together.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool. And then we'll bring this down a little bit just because I want to.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. And then what I'm going to do, this is a trick, Donnie. I'm going to put you on game, bro. So we're going to duplicate the right channel and we're going to call it left. Okay. And I'm going to take that and pan it left 80%. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people will just do this and be like, all right, cool. I doubled it. So now there's 2. But that's not how sound works. So if you notice, if I play these at the same time,
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
it just sounds mono, and it actually is like phasing a little bit. It sounds like it's losing volume. Abe says, I'd say keep it small for the intro and have go be hard pan to go big for the downbeat of the full song coming in. Word, I hear you. I don't want to do that. I want to pan this whole thing. I like the way it sounds like that. And dude, this is the thing. You can do whatever you want. Like there's a lot of these decisions are creative decisions, not objective decisions. But I think I think Donald will mess with what we're going for. So we're going to keep this centered. We're going to have these 2 doubled. And like I said, because they're doubled and they're the exact same identical track, what that's going to do is when those 2 waves hit each other, some of them are going to cancel each other out. And when it doesn't cancel each other out, it's just going to boost each other. So really all we did is we just kind of made a ghetto mono signal into a ghetto stereo signal. And that's not really what I'm going for. I want to create the illusion of having a whole nother track that we recorded, but the dude's gone, so I can't have him do another track. So a trick to do this is instead of just doubling it and calling it a day and dealing with all those issues, what we can do is we can do some processing to one of them or both of them. And we can basically make them just different enough to where it's going to trick your ears and create like a really pleasing effect. We just have to be really conscientious of not screwing up the signal when we do it. So let me show you what's going on.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
So I'm going to take this one on the left and we're going to do repitch. And I'm going to just shift it ever so slightly down. Sense is so if I'm not mistaken, a full semitone is obviously like, you know, one of these like we were doing before. Let me pull this up so you can hear it. Why can't I hear you, buddy? Oh doy, because I'm soloed. So a semitone is like this, like we covered from the music theory class. Sense is like 100% would be 1 semitone, if I'm not mistaken. So we're doing very little.
1, 2, 3,
oh,
go.
my bad. Wrong one.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
So the goal is to basically change it without sounding like we're changing it. He says, I hear lady. Yeah, my good old dog, baby.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
And then we're going to do the same thing on the other one, except we're going to go the other direction. And the idea is that both of them are close enough to where it's like really going to be the same note, but like just a little bit different.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
That's barely doing it. Let me keep going.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
I don't really hear much happening.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, now I hear it.
2, 1, 2, 3, go.
So I'll go back and forth between formant and just regular. So let's just try that and see what happens.
1, 2.
There we go.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
But I feel like when you blend them, it can sound a little more real.
1, 2.
So you notice how all of a sudden it sounds like we got 2 vocals? This shit is fire.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
I feel like I want to do this actually.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
So what I'm doing, bro, is I'm just adjusting this little bits here and there, and I'm trying to get it to sound where it sounds full, but it doesn't sound like stupid and robotic-y.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
And then this is super important. This is secret sauce right here. So what we're doing is some stereo width right now. So the trick is we want to do this in a way where it sounds big, but then when we put it to mono, it doesn't ruin it. So right here on the master track, you can change it to mono just by hitting this little button. So boom, we're on mono. So let's see if it sounds like butt or if it sounds good.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
It's a little bit phasey.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
I don't hate it. We're going to do more too, but I think that's good enough for now. So when we add the tuning, I think that's going to even take us further. So as long as it doesn't sound super, super crazy on mono. All right, cool. So let's hear what we got so far.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers.
Turn the metronome
I keep
off.
calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go.
Boom. I think that's pretty cool.
3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. All right, so let's keep moving with levels. We'll come back to that.
1, 2.
We're going to really focus on the intro and the chorus, so we're taking a little longer on this, but as we get through, we'll start moving a little bit faster. All right, so we're going to keep doing levels. I'm going to get this chorus done, and then we'll do some tracks, some bussing, excuse me. All right. Let me delete these. We don't need them no more. Oh, yeah, we do. This is why you got to label your stuff good. All right, we'll keep those. I don't even know what these are. We forgot something, boys and girls. So, this is just copied and pasted, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. Make my life easier. This is where the it being time synced is so important. So I'm going to just chop that little front part off so that it lines up. So I notice I got 2 bars right here, right? So I'm going to copy this. Boom. And then I'm going to find every time that it does that part. And I'm going to use that same measurement, 2 bars, precisely, no more, no less. Now I'm going to paste that. Boom. Let me get rid of these guys first. Boom. Make sure it's on the right track. So since we time synced it, this is going to be perfectly identical, but let's make sure.
I heard your last word. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. Follow that same pattern.
One, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Perfect.
1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. All right, and then while we're here, I'm gonna glue these together. I guess I should do this. So I'm just gonna pull that little front part back just in case we miss the attack a little bit. I don't want to miss any of the attack, but I wanted to copy that with precision. Should do these all at once, but I'm being lazy. Cool. All right. And then whenever you cut stuff in Reaper, it's already going to do a little fade on the front, which is important because if you don't have a little fade on the front, you might get a pop. So, all right, so that's all good.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers.
All right, let's continue on to the chorus. 1, 2, 3, go. I do a lot of humming in my mixing, so my bad if I get annoying. Okay, delete these for real this time. Let me know if you're tracking this so far, Donald. I feel like I'm not going too fast, but let me know if this is making sense so far. And Abe, let me know if I'm trash, bro. All right. Dude, I feel like Donnie saw me crash my computer and he said, "Fuck this, I'm getting out of here. This is BS." All right. So let's take these choruses, make sure we get them all this time. And insert track, insert track, insert track. Bing, bong, bing. Okay, grab all these choruses. Boom, boom, boom. It's very important that when you move those, that you don't accidentally do this. You don't want to do that because it'll mess it up. So make sure you keep it the same. Cool. Donald says, "No, you're good, brother. I'm following." Perfect. And anybody else watching, if you got any questions, let me know. So we're going to just label that real quick. Hook or chorus, whatever. Chorus 1, center. Chorus 2, left. Chorus 3, right. Okay, and then we're going to do it again for the next ones. So I'm just going to duplicate these. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Name this chorus 2. Oh, I did that wrong. I meant to do 1 on all of these. I just started counting because I'm a horse. All right. Chorus 2. Cool. So now we got 2 different ones, and I don't remember off the top of my head why I did that. Probably just because they overlapped. They look like they overlap in quite a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So let's put this up near. Bing, bing, bing.
Wait for me when you cut out easily. Don't just say that it's little.
Okay, let's check the mixer real quick and just see where our levels are coming in at.
Wait for me when you cut out easily.
Okay, we're getting -11 and -9. So overall, we're about -12. I'd probably bring them down just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Maybe like 3. Cool.
Wait for me when you cut out easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me.
So right now we're just listening for levels and volume, really nothing else. Put that away.
Wait for me when you cut out easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me when you cut out easily.
So overall, I think it's good. And as far as gain staged, I think it's good. It is sounding a bit quiet to me. But we'll handle that with some boosting up of things. We want to make sure we have a nice little bit of headroom. So first thing we're going to do is, like we did before, we're going to pan these left and right. We'll do Abe's vibe this time. We'll go 60. Bing bong. A lot of people, like if I'm not mistaken, I know Lou does it this way. He basically waits to do any stereo stuff until the end. Which I get his logic behind that, because if I'm not mistaken, his logic is like, you want to make sure everything is really properly gain staged before you start adding in stereo stuff, because if you do stereo improperly, then you can really screw things up. But since the only like real stereo trickery I'm using is just this one little side part, I'm not really that worried about it. We might add it later on the chorus, we might not. But right now, I really want to do the panning because, in my opinion, that's going to color like the volume that we want it to be at. That's going to color the mix. So I don't want to make decisions based on like not knowing what the actual outcome is going to be. So that already sounds a bit better. Let's listen to them individually real quick. So I'm going to just solo them real quick. So what I'm listening for is like which one I would want to use as the main or the mains. Like which is the best take. Let me turn these up a little bit so we can hear what the hell we're listening to.
Play for me when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used.
I feel like they're all pretty much the same. In my opinion, this one is maybe the weakest one. And the reason why I want to bring that up is because we want to choose like which ones are going to be dominant and which ones are going to be less dominant. There's sort of 2 vibes you can go for with this basic stereo panning stuff, and I want to show you both of them. So the vibe 1 is kind of what we have right now. Well, I guess there's 3. Vibe 1 is where they're all the same level, roughly, and they're panned one in the middle and then one left and right. So it's creating this like triangle looking kind of thing, right? So that's this. Let's hear it.
Bleed for me when you cut, I bleed easily.
Let me turn it down just a little bit, balance it back out.
Bleed for me when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the back. bathroom floor tonight.
I actually think that's okay. If I remember correctly, I did this other variation. So another variation that you can do is you basically drag the center down so that you're mostly hearing the sides, but then that center one just like fills in the center space. Donald says agreed. I'm not sure what you're agreeing to. Probably a minute ago. But... Oh, you're probably talking about the panning thing, but that's okay. Turn it up a little bit just to hear.
Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
So, and he says, I feel like the flart, I don't know what flart means. The flart one might be a little more dom than the second one, the second vocal. Oh, the first one might be a little more dominant than the second. Yeah, exactly. So, and now we're sort of doing the opposite, where now vocal one is like hiding behind the other two. And before we pick which one, I just want to show you these three ways. So the first way is kind of all three of them the same level, like an even triangle. The second way is like one in the middle lower, and the two, my hands aren't even explaining this good, but there's two on the side and one in the middle a little bit lower. And then the opposite way, we can also do the center being the biggest one, and then the right and left more playing like a support role. Those are like the three major versions of how you can do it.
Play for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
This is something Eminem does on a lot of his older records, where it's like, it's three vocals. We call it triple tracking. It's triple tracked, but it really kind of sounds like one vocal.
Play for me, when you cut, I bleed easily.
And if we were going to, if we're going to use vocal line, this would be a good time to use it. I'm not going to mess with it because I honestly don't know how to use it, so I don't want to figure it out live, waste your time. But if we were going to line everything up super, super good to where everything is lined up perfect, then it's going to start to sound more and more like one solid vocal, which gives it that like studio vibe. A lot of pop vocals are triple tracked or sometimes quadruple tracked or sometimes quintuple tracked, or like, you know, if you're doing harmonies, sometimes there'll be a 12 stack or some crazy shit. So you can really get crazy with this, but the goal with this particular mode is like making it sound uniform, making it sound almost like one voice.
Play for me, when you cut, I bleed easily.
So for me personally, I feel like for this song, Abe says it's super easy to use and figure out, cool, maybe I'll fuck with it real quick. For me personally, I think the vibe for this one is kind of like a chorusy sound, meaning like I want to hear all three vocals. So if that's what we're going to do, then the way I usually like to do that is to kind of have the sides be a little more dominant and the middle one to be a little bit lower, especially in this case, because I think we agreed that this one was maybe the weakest take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these two better takes to be the sides. And then I'm going to bring this poopier take to be the main. Well, not really the main, the center, because it's not going to be the main. So then the left and right are going to kind of take the lead role, and the middle is going to take that support role. I honestly want more of the middle, so I'm just going to blend it. Like I liked the way it sounded like 3.
I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
Cool. I think that's a vibe right there. So we're gonna take that same energy and just kind of keep it going for this next one. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna duplicate it. Make my life easier, since we didn't do any bussing yet, anyways. So get rid of that and just move this up. Boom, boom, boom. Do that with these ones too. Boom, boom. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. So now we have that exact same identical, like panning situation going on for both courses. Let's hear what we got. Make sure the levels are good too.
I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things. Now you're crying.
Yeah, this is brutal without the auto-tune.
When you cut, I'll be on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me.
It feels like they're getting louder. Let me, look, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's double check this gain stage before we go any further, so I'm not making adjustments off false over here.
Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things. Now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight.
Yeah, I think these need to come up just a slight bit before we apply that. See, and this is why Lou would be like, this is why you need to level it out first. And sometimes we go creativity too, so it's a balance. All right, let's hear it.
Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me.
Oh, that's way louder. I think we're getting the same deal where this, I think we want to do this swap right here.
Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to tonight. Wait for me.
And then bring them back down, because obviously that's too loud.
Wait for me. When wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I'm on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me.
That sounds pretty
When
even.
you cut, I bleed easily on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
Maybe bring this one
Don't
down
just say
slightly.
that it's little things. Now you're
Okay, now let's hear the doubles compared, the dubs, the dubby dubs. Oh, I made a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo. There we go.
bleed for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
I love that shit.
I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me.
Oh yeah,
when
these
you
are too loud for sure. Is it just one?
Don't just say that it's little things.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you.
I don't know why this one's so much louder, but we'll bring it down like 3 or 4. Let's see.
Don't just say that it's little things. 'Cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you.
Oh, that sounds like it's the same take. Did we do that on all of them? No, we didn't. How did we end up on the same take with this one? That's not good. That's not good. Good thing I caught that. Did you hear how I was getting that like Nyquist effect thing? We don't want that shit. We don't want that shit.
When you cut, I bleed
There we go.
easily. Don't just say that it's little things. 'Cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. Bedroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you
Oh, that's why I had that there. Little trail at the end. Sorry, bro. I'm not explaining this super good. NyQuil effect. I keep calling it Nyquist. That's funny. NyQuil effect.
tonight. Wait for me.
It puts you right to sleep, bro. So this, we have two options with this. This cuts short right here.
Tonight. And I
It's
don't
not perfect, but I think the tuning will do it quite a bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Alt, grab the little hand. When you hold Alt, it grabs the little stretchy guy, and I can stretch this out. Yeah. I think you got to do Alt Shift to like, because I think if you do Alt, it'll snap. Yeah, so Alt Shift, and then you can weep, weep, weep. Super useful. Manual vocal align stuff.
tonight.
Blend that.
Tonight.
Maybe a little tighter than that.
Tonight. Floor tonight.
Let's see. Maybe pull this. Pull that.
Tonight. Floor tonight.
Yeah, that's
And I
better.
don't-
That's better.
Tonight. Tonight.
Boom. So just lining that all up, cleaning that all
Floor
up.
tonight. And I don't wanna leave.
Ryan Seacrest effect. That's what I'm calling it from now on.
And I don't wanna leave you. 'Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless. On your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you. And I don't wanna leave you.
That doesn't sound good like that. I probably did that for a reason though.
Leave you. Wanna leave you. Leave you.
Leave you.
Leave you.
Okay, so sometimes what we'll do is when we have something that's a little funky, we'll just squeeze in a little double in there. But I want to make them a little different.
Wanna leave you.
In the mix, you're not really going to hear it, but I'm not going to lie. I can hear it right now and it's bugging me. So let me mess with it a little bit, see if I can get it a little cleaner.
leave you. I don't wanna leave you.
That sounds way better.
Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless and have.
Yahel says, bro, I've been trying to figure out how to stretch the vocals out. Yeah, dude, I knew we were gonna cover a lot of little questions as we were going through, bro. That's exactly why we're doing this. Like, low key, probably 90% of this is gonna be boring, and then there's gonna be like 2 gems. It's gonna be so worth it. So,
Hey, and I don't wanna leave.
but this is the nitty gritty, man. This is the nitty gritty.
And I don't wanna
Yeah, you're welcome,
man. Cause I don't wanna
stretch this one out too, I think.
Cause
Keep in mind, we're doing a bunch of stuff to the chorus, so the other choruses didn't get this, so we're gonna need to make that fixed. But that almost made it worse. There you go.
Cause I don't wanna leave you. Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless and have you. Cause I don't wanna leave you, bro. Cause I don't wanna leave you. Cause I don't wanna leave.
Hearing shit.
Cause I don't wanna leave you. Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless.
So I'm just trying to make it match as much as possible. That's really the goal here. All right, let's hear it all in context now and see.
Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me.
Still a tiny bit loud, but overall that's way more the vibe, I think.
Floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Used to be high, and I don't wanna leave you. Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless. Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless. And have you wishing that we could have made it right.
Turn these up just a little bit. Abe says, I remember when I used to manually align vocals. That's funny.
I don't wanna leave you. Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless.
So Abe, I like to kind of do it a little bit before, and I mean, I would totally use that after.
I don't wanna leave you.
I don't trust it.
Cause I don't
How do I know it's gonna do the right thing? We'll figure it out right now.
Have you wishing that we could
have something weird right here.
And have you wishing that we could have wishing that we could have made it right.
You went humming right there.
And now you could have.
Now you hum. All right, so we'll grab one of these. Bing bong. Grab one of these. Bing bong.
Wishing that we could have made it right. Wishing that we could have. Wishing that we could have made it. Wishing that we could.
I don't like that. I don't like that, the way that sounds. Why did I just open DaVinci? What the hell? What the hell?
And have you seen that? And have you wishing that?
What the hell? What the? Quote Jesse Lee Peterson. What the?
Wishing that we
there
could.
That's better.
Wishing that we
so
could.
You don't want to do this too much, but if you have like one little part that's messed up, Control and Alt and clicking solo only solos one track at a time. I don't know what that means. I've never done that. I don't get it. What's the difference? Oh, so I can like flip them. That's cool. Oh yeah, appreciate that, Abe. Control Alt and clicking solo only solos one track at a time. That's cool. I didn't even know that. Dude, I gotta catch up on my shortcuts. All right. Oh, poop, I was editing the wrong one. See what happens when you're dumb. That's cool. We got that one the way we like it, so we're gonna use that one. Oh god, DaVinci's gonna crash my shit. Get the f out of here. Get the f out of here.
Bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things. Cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you. Cause I don't wanna leave.
Alright, make sure we match the part that I edited with the part that I didn't. Unprofessional.
And I don't wanna leave you. Cause I don't
You
wanna
always
leave.
want to get the first, like, especially if it's a song like this where it's like repeating every time, you want to get the first chorus like really rock solid. You don't want to like, it's easy to do that if you're not paying attention. I just totally made a boo-boo where, you know, you'll be working on this and then you'll like accidentally click right here and work on this. And then now you have half the edits that you wanted over here and half the edits that you want. That's a freaking nightmare. So just be real careful about that. Make sure you're paying attention.
Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
All right, cool. I think that's pretty solid. Let's keep it moving. I don't want to go super into detail, but before we do anything, before we do the mix busing, which we're going to get to next, I'm going to try to do vocal align. Let's do it. Let's try it. What'd you call it? Wave align? What? Let me scroll up. I forget what he called it. Wave sync. Let's do sync. Nope, I don't have that. Don't have no wave sync. Sad day. Sad day. I thought I might have had it. Nope, sad day. I got anything align? Subalign? Nope. Well, too bad. So if we were going to do alignment, we would do it right here. And we don't, so we're not going to.
1, 2,
So let's
3,
go ahead to busing. So this is really important. We've talked about this on other episodes, but if you don't know what it is, you're going to know. So we're going to call this chorus bus. Before I do that, let me make these orange just so I don't get confused. We're going to right click, track color, set tracks to custom color. We're going to go like this one's a little brighter. Cool, nice little orange. And then I don't always do this, but I feel like it today. We're going to do track icon, mic, boom. And this is why templates are great too, but I want to show you how to do it from scratch so you can make your own templates if you want to. So what we're going to do, just so you can kind of visually see what's happening, I'm going to solo this chorus bus, okay? Let me make it a distinct color too. I don't know, let's do silver, I guess. That's really not that different, but cool. All right, so we got our bus. What we're going to do, if you see this route guy right here, so if you click and drag from that, it's going to pull out this little cord. You see that? It's literally like an instrument cable or a line level cable that we would use in the studio for a guitar or for an instrument or whatever. So we're going to take this, we're going to send from this chorus 1 into the chorus bus. And now notice that even though I have this track soloed, we're seeing this one like not grayed out. What that's telling us is that this signal is getting sent from this track to this track. So what that means is if I play this track,
when you cut, I bleed
I'm going to hear that track.
easily.
Okay?
I just miss.
Now, this is very important. There's something called the master send. So what that means is that every single one of these tracks is sending to the master. That's how you're hearing it in the first place. And if I turn that off by holding Alt and clicking on this, so Alt click, and then it says master parent send disabled, what that's going to do is that the audio from this track is not going to go to the master until it goes through this track. Okay? If that's confusing, let me know in the comments and I'll explain it again. I don't want to over-explain it, so I'm going to leave it there. So now what we're going to do, it's like, well, why would we do that? We already had that. It's like, well, the reason is because now I can send this second track into that as well. This third track into that as well. Get rid of the master sends. So now all 3 of these tracks are going through this one track. And what that allows us to do is all kinds of crazy dope stuff. So
Play for me. When you cut, I bleed.
I'm actually going to do the same thing with these other ones because I kind of want to treat this all like one part. And this is really cool as well because we have these split up on different tracks, right? The effects that we do to these tracks are not going to go to these tracks, right? So that's like a pain in the butt when we're mixing because that means if I want to, let's say I want to put a little, I just want to like roll off some lows in the EQ, or I want to put a little bit of compression, or I want to add reverb or whatever it is. Like, in order for me to do that on every single track, I would have to go copy and paste that plugin to every single track, right? And so if I have all of these signals sent into this one track, and then I put that effect on here instead, now we're going to get a completely different situation where it's all going to go through this at once. And this one plugin is now affecting all of this, which is really useful for this exact situation.
Play for me.
So it's a compressor, and this compressor is modeling analog gear. So it likes to have the input pushed a little bit. Let's get a good sound. Let's listen to it with the mix and see what we can do. We'll go into more. We've gone into more detail on the compression in another one, so I'm not going to go super in depth. But basically, I'm using a very fast attack and a fast release because I want to really like smooth out the vocals as much as possible. I'm using a pretty high ratio, and I'm compressing pretty hard.
Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, 'cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, 'cause I don't wanna leave you breathless.
Donald says, I need to get some better plugins. If y'all have suggestions, please share. Dude, we got the whole entire VST master list in the group. I'm going to repost it after this chat too. That has literally everything that we use. Well, not literally everything, I'm updating it, but if there's anything that's not in there, I'll put it in there. It's got links, it's got guides, it's got explanations, it's got who it's suggested by. All the plugins that Abe put me onto are in there, and they're tagged under him too. I'll put you on, maybe we'll do a whole video on that. But that actually reminds me that on second thought, let's not even use this, bro, because I don't want you to think that you need plugins, because you don't. So let's just use a Reaper compressor. Cool? Same fucking thing. This isn't a fancy analog modeled plugin, but it's a good plugin. It's fine. So let's see what we can do. So we're gonna go for a high ratio. I don't know. Let's do 12. I like 12. It's a good number. And then we're gonna go for a fast attack and a fast release. Like super fast. Let's just hear it. So I've heard a lot of people say, I don't even know if this is true or not. I use my ears, but as a general rule of thumb, minus 12 of compression is what a lot of people throw out. Minus 6 to minus 12. So let's. You notice this isn't actually doing anything until we pull this threshold down to where the vocal is triggering it. So we want to kind of aim right here. You see it, the average, like when he's rapping. Like the peaks are averaging in this area right here, right? So we're gonna pull this down. Cool, something like that. Something like that. And then what's really important is you want to make sure the gain coming in and going out is the same thing. Remember we were talking about gain staging? Here's another stage of gain. So we're sending all of these signals into this track, which is then getting compressed. Just so you can get a little visual of what we're looking at, I'm going to freeze this real quick. Let's go ahead and freeze. Let's do render, because why not? Boom. Okay, so you see, this is what the raw vocal looks like, right? So now, if I turn this compressor back on, we're going to do the same thing. Render to stereo. Now look at how compressed that is. That's nice little sausage, right? But the issue is, now it's quiet as hell, right? So notice that we compressed it, but we didn't bring it back up. So you have two options. You can do auto makeup, which usually kind of overshoots it, in my opinion. Whoops. But let's hear it. Let's give it a chance. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cycle the plugin off. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna explain this before I do it because I don't want to talk while we're listening. I'm gonna cycle the plugin on and off by checking this box on and off, right? And so when it's off, I want the volume to be the same as when it's on, but the character of the vocal should change. Like the tonality, the EQ, like the sound is gonna change, but it shouldn't change volume. And that's really important because if you just slap a compressor on there and you turn it way up and it gets quieter, it's like almost impossible for your ears to actually hear what's going on. And secondly, if it's too loud, like if you if you compress it and bring it up, you might think it sounds better just because it's louder. So you don't want to trick your ears into, like, basically anything louder sounds better. So you don't want to trick your ears. So we're going to make sure that the volume coming in is the same as going out. It's getting quieter, so let's bring it back up.
Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you.
That sounds
I don't wanna leave you
pretty identical to me. Let's see what auto makeup does.
Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
Yeah, it's way too spicy. I don't know why it's so spicy. I don't like it.
Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
And then here's what's cool. You can do parallel compression, which is basically like, we're going to take this compressed signal.
When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed
Just
easily.
making sure that's level matched. So what we can do is we can, now that it's level matched, we can, if we want to, we can blend some of this original signal back in.
When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the
So what I'm going for, what I'm listening for, it's really hard to explain compression, like, and how I'm listening to it. You kind of just have to develop your ears for it. But what I'm listening for is I want it to be, I don't want it to be kind of popping all over the place. I don't want the dynamics all over the place. I want it to sound smooth, but I don't want it to be so squashed that it sounds like it's going through a telephone or something like that. So I'm going for a balance of fullness and also a balance of naturalness. So I don't want it to sound completely edited, but I also want it to sound like a pop song. So, you know, just using my ears, but basically it's to taste, man. So this wet signal is going to be the compressed signal and the dry signal is going to be the uncompressed signal. And now that, because when I did this compression, I'm compressing pretty hard and I want to be doing that, but I don't want to completely lose the original flavor of the vocal either. So this is, again, it's all about blending. It's all about, you know, finding that sweet spot. And I noticed that with that new blend, now it's louder again. So let me pull these both down a little bit. Boom, boom. Cool. So already we got a nice little balance going right there. So, okay, I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, but that's how my brain works. So, let's go ahead and take that same thing and we'll do it with the intro bus, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, go, bus. Let's put those in a folder. Let's get rid of these. And we're gonna mix this blind. I'm not gonna use any of the stuff from the original mix I did, just because I want to see how different it comes out. Yeah, we don't need those. We don't need those. We don't need. I don't think we need this. No, that's the folder I just made. We do need this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go folder. I'm a little bit overdoing the folders, but oh well. Real quick, Yahel says, yeah, I got decent insight with compression from our prior convos. Bet. Yeah, and he's responding to the fact that you don't need fancy plugins. Like, dude, I would take a dude who knows what he's doing with stock plugins over a guy who has no fucking idea what he's doing with all the fanciest plugins like every day of the week. So it's not about plugins, man. It's all about the principles. Plugins help, but it's not going to make or break your sound at all. Okay, so we got the folder for this one, and then we're going to do an intro folder. Intro vocals, boom, boom. Honestly, dude, a lot of times the longest part is just kind of like getting everything set up. And when you get to where you're not explaining this to somebody, you can really fly through this pretty quick. So I just want to make sure I'm really clear so that you're not confused, because this part is what really confuses a lot of people. Boom. Okay, we got a nice orange going. We got a nice orange flavor.
So many questions.
And then we're going to add an intro bus. Intro bus. And we're we're going to do some rounds. So let's drag the intro vocal into the intro bus. Same thing with the other one. So what's cool about this is even though these blend, or excuse me, even though these overlap.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last.
Even though they blend and they're separated, now we can edit them all on one track. Very clutch. Very clutch. Same with these guys.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1,
All right.
2.
So let's just make sure. Parent send disabled, parent send disabled, parent send disabled, parent disabled, parent disabled. Cool. And then on this guy, let's solo and make sure we're still getting
So many
everything.
questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. You know what though? I'm gonna do something real quick. Who needs vocal line? Probably not me. Probably not me. I'm just gonna grab all these and just.
1, 2, 3, go.
Cool. Way better.
So many questions, I don't have all these
All right.
answers.
So what we have sort of now it's option time. So what we could do is I could kind of take this and copy it over to these other buses, which means I'd be able to do these differently, which is probably what I'm gonna do. But I want to show you the next stage. So another thing we can do is let's do Angel Master. We don't want to call it that. Let's do some bus. Okay. So now we're going to take these buses and send them to this other bus. Oh man, that would have been a good time to use Control Alt. And see, now I'm getting you, Abe. I appreciate you, bro. So let's take the chorus, send it to the sum. Let's take the go bus, send it to the sum. Let's take the intro bus, send it to the sum. Boom. Okay, so now in this one bus, we should hear all those other ones. And don't forget to disable the master. Because if you don't, you'll get stuff doubling up and it'll give you phasing, and you don't want that. Okay.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers.
Okay, so now check this out.
Last word. 1, 2, 1.
If I mute that track, you don't hear his vocals.
Last word.
1, 2, and if I solo it, you hear all his vocals.
Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I dismiss what we used to be.
Donald says it's not the size of your plugin, it's how you use it. That's fucking facts. Facts on wax. All right, so we found this compression sound that we like for the chorus, and you don't want to treat choruses like when you have 6 vocals or 3 vocals, you probably don't want to compress them exactly the same as when you have 1 vocal. But let's say we're moving quick, right? And we're like, okay, cool, I already know this sounds good. This intro part's not like super major critical, and this part is not super major critical. It's cool. Like we can come back to it, right? The chorus is the part that we're like really important on, and we also want to make sure that his vocals are like as uniform as possible, right? So a trick that you can do, a lot of people do bottom up mixing. A lot of people do top down mixing. I kind of do like a weird little hybrid. This is kind of an example of top down, where for a moment, rather than mixing every single track perfectly, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the group. We're going to basically take all of his vocals at once and do just general simple stuff there. And then if we need to get more nitty gritty, we can do that. So we're going to switch over to a top down for just a second. So what that means is we're going to take this compressor that we liked, we dialed it in, we liked it. I'm going to take it and copy it to the sum bus and then get rid of it. So as far as these vocals know, basically nothing has changed. But now these vocals are going through the same exact stuff that we're sending these ones through. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, please let me know. So let's hear that.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Play for me.
I think that sounds pretty good. And then it all sounds even. What are you hiding in here for?
I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go. Play.
So I don't know if you're hearing what I'm hearing, but it already to me is sounding like way more like a song. And all we've really done is just leveled shit out, balanced it a little bit, and sent it to the bus. You notice how it already kind of sounds like a song?
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Play for me. cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's
All right, now it being out of tune is freaking killing me. So let's do some tuning. So the thing with tuning, you really need to do the tuning individually per track, because if you have 3 tracks on one, like let's say, because the whole idea is like, oh, we could use this one track to mix all this stuff, which is super useful. You don't want to do that with autotune, because autotune can't separate the vocals. Like, it's just not going to work. So if they're all on one track, it's going to just do really weird stuff. So instead of doing that, this is one that we just kind of have to go one by one and do. Yahel said, or Donald says, yeah, it definitely has a significant impact on the ear. And then Abe says, lo-fi the +6 int. I don't know. I know what lo-fi means. What do you mean +6 int? I'm not sure what you mean. And then Yahel says, from where we started, lol. Yeah, significant. It's crazy, bro. Like, mixing is really just a bunch of little incremental things. Like, it's a little bit of this, 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 a little bit of this. The one thing that's like 80% of it is levels. So if you just get your fucking levels right, you're literally 80% of the work is done. The rest is kind of sauce and magic, you know? And that 20% makes a huge fucking difference, but he said cat got on my keyboard. So yeah, so let's go ahead and just throw some tuning on here and see where we're at. So I'm going to start with this center vocal just so we can hear, you know, actually instead I'm going to start with the intro vocal. Yeah, let's do that. Just make our lives easier.
so many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but no.
Oh, he said lo-fi the intro vocals. Yeah, we might do that. That'd be cool. I usually do like sauce at the end, but it's very common for me to do like some cool lo-fi underwater panning. That's low-key what gets the guys all excited when I start doing the chops and the panning stuff. They go, oh, they lose their minds. It's fun. That's what the rappers like. They like the ear candy. But right now we got to do some tuning. So let's go wave tune. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, waves tune. I'm sure the other one's probably better, but this is the one I use, so we're gonna use this one. Okay, so D minor, right? We saved that earlier. Remember, we said D minor is the key, so we're gonna set this to minor, natural minor, D, and then boom, we should be good. So now we got this on the intro vocal. Let's just hear how it sounds before we fuck with it anymore.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep so many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last.
All right, sorry about that, guys. Stream pooped out for a second. So, okay. So what I really like about this plugin, actually, because I've used autotune like most of my career, if you want to call it that, and it doesn't quite do it the same. Like autotune, it's like really like one or two options, whereas this one kind of differentiates between how fast it is and how T-painy it sounds, I guess, for lack of a better term. So like when you hear that warble, that ba-da-da, you know, that really is controlled by the note transition. So like if I turn it all the way up, it's going to sound like the T-Pain robotified stuff.
Hey, thinking that I might have heard your last words.
Right? And so what I'm trying to go for is I'm trying to go for fullness, clarity. I want the melodies to be clear. I want him to sound better, and I don't want him to sound like a robot in this particular case. So that's what I'm going for. So I'm just going to play with these knobs until we find it.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers.
I honestly think we had it a second ago, but I'm going to play with it anyways.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last words. So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last words.
Let me tighten this up just a little bit. Let me unlink these, tighten this up. I'm really listening for this part is like the tightest part. Last words, that little no. So I want to make sure that's tight.
Here's your last word.
It's kind of wiggly, so Like if I do too much, it's gonna sound poopy, so we don't want to do too much.
Here's your last word. 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 Here's your last words. So many. Here's your last words. So many.
Yeah. So in
questions.
general, I kind of like the speed higher and the no transition lower. I don't know. That's just my ears. What do y'all think? What y'all think about that? Let me pull the comments back up. I lost my boys. I lost my boys.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. Thinking that I might have heard your
I
last.
don't know why my my stream's pooping out. It was running just fine for an hour. What's going on? What the guan? I'm gonna refresh it real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Boom. All right. Hopefully we pick it back up. We pick it back up. Pick it back up. Ooh, stream is coming in good. What's up, guys? Are we still here? Did we lose it? We still here? Yeah. Cool. All right. Appreciate you guys. Sometimes it does that every once in a while. All right.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling
like
out,
that.
but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last words. So many.
Yeah, we've Yahel's talking about the stream lagging out. Fixed it, brother. Just had to refresh real quick. Cool. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna keep going. So
many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. So many questions, I don't
cool.
have.
I think that's pretty solid. So we're gonna take that and just copy it to everything. And if we want to tweak an individual one, we can, but it just makes it so much easier that we kind of dialed it in already. So boom, copying it to each vocal one by one. Nice and simple. Hell yeah, I appreciate you still being here, bro. So remember we did that the NyQuil effect, as Abe called it, the Nyquist effect. And so now we're going to add the auto-tune on top of that, which hopefully will give it a little bit more variance. Because the reason that the Nyquist effect works well is because it tricks your ear into thinking that there's two different vocals, right? And when it doesn't work well, it's because they sound too similar to where the waves are interfering and canceling each other. So what we want to do with this effect is we want the vocals to be pitched differently, and then hopefully the auto-tune is going to hit them a little bit different. So that's just going to add a little bit of variance between the different vocals, and it's going to increase the stereo effect and decrease decrease the artifacts. So it's going to sound less robot-y and more natural. Good. That's what we want.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers.
Donald says that sounds super smooth, right? It's way better. Just a little bit of pitch correction for a rapper, man, goes a long way.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers.
Alright, cool. Looks like the stream's picking back up. I don't know what's going on. We're dropping data all of a sudden. Stupid cocks. Alright, let's see.
1, 2, 3, go.
And yeah, I think the auto-tune even sounds good on those. I normally wouldn't do it on those, but they sound good on those.
1, 2, 3, go.
Alright, now let's get them on all the hooks. Gotta get them on the hooks. Okay, so we got uno. We got dos. Yo, Abe, do you know if there's a way to copy them to like all of these at once? I don't know if you jumped off, but I'd love to know the answer to that if you know how to do that. What's up, guys? Is the stream still coming through? Because I might have to jump off, which is some BS. Seems like it's glitching out all of a sudden. Don't know why. Bleed for me. Could I bleed easily? Yeah, dude, it's like my internet just took a poop. Coming back. Yeah, it's dropping like 50% of the frames. That's so weird. I think my internet just took a poop. I don't know. Oh my gosh, now it's getting like crazy high. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going. If it messes up, okay, it seems like we're back. If it messes up again, fuck it, don't care. All right, here we go. Abe says, highlight all the, yeah, I know how to do that. I'm saying, maybe I worded it weird. I know you can grab all the plugins from a track and drag it over. That's no big deal. But I'm saying if I wanted to take this one plugin on here and copy it to like, I don't know, like all of these tracks at the same time. How do you do that? Is it like that? Did that work? I feel like that didn't work. Yeah, so it only copies it to one. Is there a way to like copy it to multiple at once? I don't know how to do that. But I know how to copy multiple plugins at once. Anyways, so okay, so now we've got, basically, bro, this is what I would consider like a leveled mix. So like we really haven't done any, cool. It looks like that adjustment fixed it. Hopefully we stay clean. We'll see if we do. Seems like we're coming in good. We'll see if we do. So this is pretty much like a rough level for at least this whole section right here. Donald says, oh yeah, that's above my pay grade. So right now for me the beat is definitely like dominating the whole mix, but we're gonna add some saturation and some other limiting and fun stuff, so I don't want to push it too hard, but this is a pretty good place to be right now, I would say.
I keep calling up but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go.
I think I'm gonna bring all these up just a bit.
I keep calling up but no.
1, 2, 3, go. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
All right, so before we do anything else, I often do the way I mix, man, is I just listen to my ears, and my ears will usually tell me what to do next. Obviously, there's like a structured way that you can do it, but like right now, I'm like, okay, cool, this is sounding really level, this is sounding good, but now I'm hearing the S's really bugging me. So we're gonna put a de-esser. If I wanted to be slick, I would go through and put a de-esser at the beginning of every single one of these. I'm just going to be lazy because I want to keep going and we've been having some lagging. So I'm going to slap it on the end. I'll usually do both. I'll usually do a little bit of de-essing before and a little bit of de-essing after. I used to always only do it before, and then I kind of felt like I was cheating doing it after. But as I've done it more, now I often will actually use a little bit more on post than I do on pre, and then I'll just use less on the pre. And the reason for that is like after all the compression, it's going to bring some of that back. And I like what the compression was already doing. So if I de-ess the crap out of it before the compressor, it's still going to bring some of it back anyways. And then that's like chomping up my signal a little bit. So anyways, that's my mentality on it. But also if you put it before just a little bit, it adds this like nice, almost like tasty compression effect to it that I really like. But anyways, so. Something I really like about this plugin is you can hit the sidechain. You don't need this plugin to do this either. You could just use a little bit of EQ if you wanted to. But what's cool about this is it's kind of automated. So it just does a little bit more of a sophisticated job. But what's cool about this plugin is I can basically solo what it's taking away. So right now we're only hearing what's getting removed. So we should only, in theory, we should only hear S's. But you hear it's cutting out a lot that's not the S's.
Used to be. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're.
Dude, I feel like sidechain doesn't do what I think it does now that I'm reading it again. I think this is supposed to be a sidechain, not a freaking. I think I'm saying that wrong. Anyways, so whatever. Let's listen to it.
Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
My bad. I think I lied to you.
Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Play it for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that.
And we'll get into what sidechaining is later, but not today.
Play it for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
Okay, so let's listen without it. That sounds pretty good.
Play it for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
Cool, so now that's handled. I don't want to mess with it anymore. Sounds good.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go! Play it for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Play it for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, 'cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, 'cause I don't wanna leave you breathless.
Cool. So that's already sounding pretty good. Now I think we're gonna add just like a little bit of sauce to it, I think. But before we do that, I want to go ahead to the next vocal and just kind of just guide you through that real quick. And it's a really good vocal. He killed it on this one because this is more of a rap vocal. So, and then we'll really focus on these two. We're not going to mix this whole song just because I can already tell it's going to take too long with all my long-winded explanations. But we'll go through and do I Smoke Loud because he fucking killed it. He killed it. All right, so let's make a new folder. I Smoke Loud. I think there's a 3 in here too. I'm doing justice. I Smoke Loud, and then we're gonna take. Oh man, this has got all kinds of sends going already. Yes, yeah, so we're gonna do new track. New track. Do 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 do. And we're gonna call it. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet, so I'm just gonna call it this. Boom. But I know we got 3 of them. Boom. Boom. Okay. And then now I'm going to drag these boys up. Oops. I mean to do it like that. Boom. Take these. Boom. 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 Cool. So now we got them on clean tracks. This has nothing going on. Just to show you, this is what I did to it. So we had a gate, we had a de-esser, we had auto-tune, and we have compression. That's all that's on his vocal to make it sound like what that final product was. It's not a lot. Donnie would probably make fun of me because there's times where, not Donald, but Donnie Baker. He'd probably make fun of me because there's times where, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be looking like this. You know, just like way too many plugins. But, you know, it's hip-hop, baby, so who cares? But less is more. Like if you want it clean, authentic, organic, you want it to be full but not sound completely robotified. You want to kind of have a less is more mentality. All right, so we got clean vocals. So now let's put these on a bus. Insert new track. We're gonna go boom. We're gonna go boom. We're gonna go boom. Cool. So now we got him on one bus. I Smoke Loud. Some bus. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of. Let me see. I'm gonna get rid of a couple of these, and we're gonna use this like a template. So I showed you kind of like what it is to go from scratch, and we didn't do too much. But this time I'm gonna show you what it's like to kind of go from a template. So let's say I worked with Dude before, right? And it's like, okay, we have this little plugin chain that he liked on his vocals. So I'm gonna save that. Let's say we saved it and load it up, right? So we got a gate, we got 2 de-essers, one for S's and one for sh's. I'll get to that in just a second. So, and we got auto-tune and we got compression. So, and this is all on his original vocal right here. So, rather than just slap it on and call it a day, and like, which we could do, like, let's listen real quick. I bet you it's going to sound okay.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it.
So off rip, I can hear it's way over compressed. And I can see that it's over compressed. But it sounds okay. It sounds all right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent.
But this is why we don't just use templates blindly, right? Because we want to go through and really tweak everything for the sweet spot every time. Not only does it make a better result, but it helps train your ears, bro. So let's just start from the beginning. Let's take all these off. We'll keep them there so we kind of have a baseline, but let's just start with the gate. So I know it's going to take you a second to respond, but do you know what a gate is? I think we haven't covered this yet, so I'm going to cover it anyways.
Could've made it right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts when it broke it, I felt it.
Let's
And when
enable
I
it.
tried to fix your heart, I just
So what a gate does is it takes, like, let's say we had some room noise. Like, let's listen to this without the gate. You hear
back
the,
back.
you know, like, let's normalize this. So this is the noise floor. So I brought up the noise that basically is everything that's not his vocals. It could be the air in the room. It could be, you know, anything like that.
Have you? Have you?
Yeah, you can hear all types of crazy. That's Fern in the background singing.
Have you? Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through.
Wow, and it sounds like even a little bit of the speakers were coming through the booth, which is crazy. We must have been bumping that shit.
Back and forth.
But you notice, like, when it's low,
back
you
and forth.
really can't audibly hear it, but it's gonna be there. I mean, I wish we got a cleaner vocal on that, but it is what it is. But when the beat's playing, you're not gonna hear that so much. But still, it's good to cut it out. If you know that you don't need it, what we can do is put a gate on, and what that basically does is anything that's below like this volume right here, anything that's quieter than this stuff is going to get cut out. So this will all get cut out, but this will stay. So let me show you.
Back and forth.
Turn it on. Let me put the vocal back the way it should be. Okay.
Back and forth.
Oh, and you know what? Before we even do that, let's double check our gain stage, because that's what we do. We're professionals, right?
Yeah, back and forth, broken hearts getting sent
Pull
through
up the
text
mixer.
message. I know your heart hurts when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text
Perfect. It's
message.
coming in at -12. Perfect. Great.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text
So
message.
we'll put the gate on. So see this threshold right here? This is the noise. So if I roll it back, let me just like expand this. So if I just loop this like silent part, you see it's not silent. You see that there's noise coming in. But if I get this threshold above that, anything that's below that gets cut away. Okay, so let's take a listen.
Back and forth, broken hearts
But
getting.
did you notice, like when he said back, it cut it off a little bit? So that means we need to take this release down. So basically the attack is how quickly does it cut away, and the release is how long is it holding down. So I don't know if that totally makes sense, but you'll hear it right now.
Back and forth, broken hearts. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message.
It sounds like it's working.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts when it broke it, I.
Cool. So the gate just gets rid of some of that noise. It's super useful for guitars. Also very useful for vocals. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and do some de-essing.
Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Text message. I know your heart hurts when it broke it, I felt it.
It's always a good idea to mix with the beat too. You don't always want to do solo stuff.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts when it broke it, I felt it. When I
So
tried.
we're gonna do. There's a preset for S's and a preset for SHs. So I usually do one of each. So I use one to control S's and one to control shush, and I use them both less. Is my idea behind that.
Made it right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message.
Made it right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know if I want to cut the S's on
Made
this
it
one.
right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts.
That sounds fine. So I'm not gonna cut what I don't need to cut.
Text message. I know your heart hurts when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just.
Okay, that try has that ch.
When I try to fix your heart,
That's pretty strong, so I'm gonna definitely cut that.
when I try to fix your heart,
Way better. Very subtle, bro.
when I try to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it.
All right, now let's get some auto-tune because that's killing me. Sounds so much better. Also, we recorded with auto-tune, and I don't know like what the mainstream opinion on this is, but like as somebody who's done it for like 5 or 6 years, who I'm not an amazing singer, but like I can definitely like hit notes without auto-tune. What's really interesting is when you sing with auto-tune, it's almost like when you're singing with it live in the studio, you almost have to like flatten your voice a little bit. So it's interesting. Like I've noticed so many videos be like, oh, this dude sounds so bad without auto-tune. And it's like, that probably means that he was actually using it right. And I know that like sounds kind of like counterintuitive and maybe even like sounds like some bullshit, but it's really not. Like I promise you, I literally have an auto-tune pedal on my desk right here that I don't know if you guys can see it, that I've been practicing with. And I've used auto-tune for a long time. And it's like, if you're like, na 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 na, like if you do like vibrato and like, na 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 na, like if you do too much, it's not going to be as flat. You almost want to be like, broken heart, something, 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 text message. Like he's almost rapping. He's just kind of holding a note like this and it's even a little flat and shit. But when he does it like that, because he's like he's almost like holding it legato, meaning like he's stretching out the notes a little more. And even though it's a little bit monotone, when the auto-tune hits it, it sounds better like that. So, when you record somebody with auto-tune on, like keep that in mind. Like they were listening to the auto-tune, not their voice. So it's going to sound different. Anyways.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it out.
And this one, the speed was very low and the note transition was lower than we had for Homie, which makes sense because it's rap. I don't always do that, but in this case, it's pretty melodic. Let's listen. Oh, why are we in the wrong key though? Oh no, D minor, F major. That makes sense, right? Yep, cool. All right, F major, D minor. Same thing, so it doesn't matter.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through.
I feel like I need to bring this up slightly for it to hit the plugins a little better.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken heart. Help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was offshore. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more.
Abe says that he monitors with pitch correction and the artist hears a dry signal. That's interesting. That would be super useful for singing vocals. Honestly though, bro, like one of the main reasons that a majority of the rappers come to me is because I can hook them up with the auto-tune live. Like they like that shit. It's fun. So is what it is, man. That's not a bad idea though.
Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your
All right,
heart.
so let's throw a compressor on. I'm gonna come back to the tuning maybe, but we're just gonna leave it where it is because it's not offending me.
Broken hearts getting sent through
Okay,
text.
and this is offending me.
Broken hearts getting
So remember
sent
what we said earlier? We want to average around -12. Like we're doing way more than that.
Broken hearts
And I
getting
don't think it sounds good.
broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go. Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your
This is like not balanced the way. Let me before I fuck it up. Let me make sure this is leveled right.
back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it.
Hey, Lou in the building. I smell goats. What's up, brother? Abe says compressor before tuning would help the tuner detect the notes. I do that often. I go back and forth. Well, I literally will check and see what sounds better. Sometimes too, bro, and back in the day, I would use like really light tuning before the compression and then harder tuning after, or vice versa, depending on what sounds better. But yeah, to Abe's point, the order definitely makes a difference, and we'll check it out. We'll see what sounds better. But right now, I'm just listening for compression right this second.
Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck.
Oh, we got auto makeup on. Remember, we don't like them. Like, why does it sound so fucking crushed?
Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to
That's already so much better. It's crazy.
Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on.
See, now I'm blending the compressed and the uncompressed together. So for the compression, again, it's vocals. I typically go for a pretty strong attack and release. For more percussive vocals like rap, I might slow the attack a little bit. Let's hear what this sounds like.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't.
So in general, like the longer the release is, it's gonna have a little more aggression.
Hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your hearts getting sent through text
And
message.
like if it's too small, it might have a little bit of whoop whoop. I don't know, let's see. I'm just gonna listen.
Hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message.
I like that.
I know your heart hurts is when it broke
I like
it.
that.
I felt
That sounds
it.
good to
And
me.
when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't
All right,
help.
let's try the old compression before tuning. Let's see. Let's hear it.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through.
Lou says I should be mixing in Reaper. Oh, word. Okay.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, when I tried to fix your.
I don't like that. Do we have a better take of that?
When I tried to fix
I
your.
don't think we do. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it, but I wish we had a better take of that.
And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken
I think I'm
hearts.
gonna turn the tuning up a little bit. So this is it, man. You listen over and over again. You make a little adjustment. You go back. You listen. You make an adjustment. This is the game.
Couldn't help it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. And when I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts.
Maybe it's the rhythm that's messing me up.
And when I tried to fix your.
Yeah, let me whoops. I stretch this a little bit, cut that a little bit, maybe.
When I tried to fix your. When I tried to fix. When I tried to fix.
Oh, that made it worse.
When I tried to fix your
That's
heart.
better, I think.
When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't.
Yeah, dude. I love you. I love you, bro. You literally are hearing what I'm hearing. Good job, Donald.
I know your
Abe
heart.
says, "Who's gonna tell him?"
I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth.
You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to show you a little trick you can do. I do this kind of stuff for artists all the time, and they like it. So there's a little space right here now because we cut that kind of poopy part out, and I think the part is stronger from it. Sorry, guys, I'm getting Younga driest mouth over here. Been talking all day. All right, so
When I tried to fix your heart.
so we have a little opening right there. So something that you can do. Yeah, Yahel says, or Donald says, way better. Big facts.
I felt it. When I tried to fix your.
So I don't like that, but we're gonna do I'm gonna go for a wait. You know what I'm saying?
When I tried to.
So let's hit the magnet thing. Let's put it on eighth notes. Hey, Donald, you know what this means now. So see how we got fourth notes? Now when I switch it to eighth notes, look, we're gonna get double the lines. Boom, we got double lines. So now, boom, eighth notes.
When I tried to fix your heart. When I tried to fix.
Okay, let me do this a different way. So it's kind of off, and that's because I didn't do that. So you want to cut it precisely on the line. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
When I tried to.
You know what I'm saying? Wait. Yeah.
When I tried to fix your.
And then probably pull this down a bit.
When I tried to fix your.
You know what we'll do? We'll
When I
hit
tried to
V,
fix.
brings up volume automation. We'll pull this down so it has like a pull-up effect thing going on.
When I tried to. When I tried to fix your.
Cool, that worked.
When I try to fix your heart, when I try to fix your
I don't know. I don't love that, honestly. I might not even keep that in a real session, but just because it's fun, I want to show you guys. So then we're going to hit P. That brings up the panning automation. And do one of these. Whip, whip. You know what I'm saying? Little whip, whip. Whip, whip.
when I try to fix when I try to fix your
So yeah, just a fun little example of some shit you can do. I honestly don't think that sounds great right here, but I'm going to leave it because I don't care. Because I don't care.
when I try to
It's
fix
not
your
bad. It's not bad.
I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart,
Lou says 1071 into LA2A would smooth all that out. Yeah, man, I actually have those. I'm trying to not use analog plugins just for Donald so that he can see what a full mix sounds like without using them. But yeah, I agree with you. So let's keep going.
back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When
Cool, so I'm digging that. So let's take that and copy it over. Yep, just making sure. So the reason that we did it this way is, again, we have that overlapping part.
fuck all these diamonds on my neck.
We could probably squeeze these together, honestly. Let me just see what it sounds like. I obviously did it for a reason, but let me just see what it sounds like, because that would make the might make the signal chain a little bit easier to deal with. Let's see. Let us see.
Help it. Fuck all these diamonds. Help it. Fuck all these diamonds. I couldn't help it. Fuck all these couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck. I would go and melt it. When I
Yeah, don't worry, Yaha. We'll cover that, bro. That's actually in the Mixing 201 course in the premium section. We go into all of that. Break down all the plugins and stuff. Lou says, what was that about doing lines? And then Yahil says, one day, though, one day. Yep, for sure. Yeah, dude, if you want, we could totally go through that mixing course sometime, make some video content, because it'd be fun. But I go into detail, like, I'm pretty sure you have access to it right now, bro. If you go in the classroom on page 2, Mixing 201 Effects Plus, it talks about all the different types of compression. It literally names every compressor that he just mentioned, and a bunch of other ones too, and like why you use them, and like historically what they were used for, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm actually like trying to really master that myself too. So yeah, it's fun.
hard, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds
Yeah,
on
I
my
don't like that. It's sounding like it's getting muted. I don't want to do that, and I don't really want to cut this too much tighter. So yeah, that's good. That's fine.
help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my
I feel like this is getting cut off too.
Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an
I'm digging it, but I want to back the speed off. Just or the roboticness. And now I'm gonna do it to this one too.
melted. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an encore.
I think that sounds a little more natural.
I get four broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an encore. I can't even break my heart because my heart's cold. And I can't even hold your heart because my hand's cold. And I don't wanna break your heart because I can't know.
Cool. Not bad. It's coming together. So let's try.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers.
Lou says this rap matches my herb.
So
Bet.
many questions,
Dude, he's called I Smoke Loud. That's funny.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody
Cool guy
answers.
too. It was my first session with him. He was super dope.
I heard your last word.
1, 2, 3, go.
That chorus is not big enough for me
I
right
heard
now.
your last word.
1, 2, 3, go.
All right, let's get into some fun shit, man. So we're gonna add a little bit of distortion to the chorus. Sometimes I'll do this on a bus. Sometimes I'll do it on the actual chorus, and I think today I'm going to do a bus. So let's do a bus. Let's do a bus. All right, so let's make a new folder. We're going to call it Angel Effects. Like an encore. We got good writing, it's catchy. Alright. And then let's do distortion. Send. And then we're going to send the distortion send into the sum bus. So basically, every single sound that is making up I Smoke Loud is going to end up in this sum bus. Which means it's all going to get fed into that compression, which might be a problem later. So you know what I'm going to do instead is I think we're going to just split them up separate and then make one more. So we'll do Angel Dry Bus. Okay. And then, did I send this already? I did. We don't want to do that. Actually, I guess we do because it's distortion. What to do? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it that way. And then we'll do Angel Wet Bus. This will make sense in a second why we're doing this. And then we're going to do one more and call it Angel Sum Bus. Okay. Nothing coming in there. We got everything else coming in there. Okay, dry stuff coming in there. Boom. And then we got the wet stuff. Boom. Okay, so I'm taking the wet bus and the dry bus. So I'm going to have his raw vocal without reverbs and stuff like that. Everything we've done so far, basically. And I might send the distortion to it. Don't worry about that. But basically, everything that's not like reverbs and delays and super fancy shit's all going to send to this. And then all his reverbs and fancy stuff is going to send to the wet one. And then both of these are going to send to this one. So that this compression isn't compressing the reverbs unless I want them to, which is great. So that's exactly what we want. So let's see. Distortion is sending to the dry bus. Parent send disabled. Let's disable the parent bus on that. Disable the parent bus on that. We want to keep the parent bus on this one. And let's solo it. We should hear everything. Yep, perfect. Okay, so if I did that too fast, let me know, bro. If you need me to re-explain that, please let me know, because I don't want you to be confused on that. But so now what we've got is we've got all of his vocals sending to this. And then I'm going to send these individual sections to these different plugins. So we're going to take the whole chorus. Before it sends out, we're going to go to distortion. Okay? If I'm losing you, please let me know. I'll go over it one more time. So let's add some distortion. I'm going to use a Waves plugin on this. But there are free distortion plugins. There's a ton of free ones. Lou actually has mentioned a grip of them. I think Blue Cat is one. They make some good free shit. So, hey, shout out to all 4 people watching. Appreciate you guys. All right, so let's add some distortion. So what's cool about this, let me solo this real quick just so we can hear just the distortion.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed it.
All right, bet. He says, no worries. If I need references, I'll just rewatch. Bet. Cool. Rewatch.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I dismiss what we used to be.
So what I'm going for with this, he said, I'm on with you. Cool. So what I'm doing with this, bro, is I'm adding some grit to the signal, but I don't want to add too much. So I just want you to kind of hear what this is doing. So if I crank this way up.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I dismiss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
That's about as gnarly as it can fucking get, right? That's pretty fucking gnarly. So if we turn it way down, I just want to show you kind of what this thing can do, and then we'll hear it in context.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I dismiss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
So in the music theory lesson that you were at, we talked about the harmonic spectrum and frequencies. I don't know if you missed that part, but basically there's an infinite series of sound waves that make up any single note, any single vocal, any single instrument, That's why the voice sounds the way it sounds. That's why a violin sounds the way it sounds. That's why anything sounds the way it sounds, is its harmonic profile. There's something called the overtone series. So like if you hit one note on a piano, it's got an octave built into it. It's got a fifth built into it. It's got a major third. It's got all these notes built into one note. You just don't really perceive it because the way our brains work. Anyways, so what I'm trying to do is just add some richness, some harmonics. Saturation is a word. A lot of warmth is a word. I'm trying to add some grit, some balls, some vibes, some cojones, some whatever the fuck you want to call it. But what I don't want to do is completely like cook the signal into oblivion, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole deal and just kind of blend it in together and see what it sounds like. So let's try that real quick. So first let's hear it without the distortion.
Bleed for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying.
That honestly sounds like a tiny bit distorted to me already. I hope it's not getting clipped.
For me, when you cut, I bleed easily.
No, we're good. Okay, cool.
I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
So when we add them together, right?
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight.
What's crazy is that's like super distorted. I actually don't even think that sounds bad. I actually think that sounds kind of good. But it just shows like when in context, like if I only had this,
bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed.
It kind of sounds like but when you mix it all together,
bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
Right in there somewhere, it hits this sweet spot. Lou says analog obsession, Distox, Lindell 50 and 80 bus. See, that's above my pay grade right there. I don't have analog obsession Distox, but that sounds fancy as hell.
For me,
so
for me,
I'm just gonna play with the parameters, bro. I'm not gonna go too in depth. This is an effects class, but I just want you to understand what's going on.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless, and have you wishing that we could've made it right. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless, and have you wishing that we could've made it right. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me.
I think that's kind of nice. Let's take it off.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for
and then
me.
a little secret sauce that I got from Donnie Baker is to put some saturation after the distortion. Smooths it out a little bit.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
And then I'll probably turn it down just a wee bit.
When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying.
Let's hear it in context. Make sure that sounds good.
When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be, and now I'm crying on the back for the night. For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't you say things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor.
And that to me gives it a little bit of that like pop punk powerful vibe, just a little bit, you know, ain't no big thing, but it's tight.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I I just miss when we
So
used
next
to-
thing I'm gonna do, bro, is I'm gonna add a limiter at the end of his chain. In the sum bus. Oh, you know what? I want to do it on the dry bus though, because I don't want to limit the reverbs later. So let's add a limiter on here. I'm just trying to get a little bit more volume out of it without like really changing anything. So let's see if we can do that.
1, 2, 3, go. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless, and have you wishing that we could've made it right. I heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
That's getting better and better.
I heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go. Play for me. So many questions, I don't have all these answers.
I think Abe was right, and we should do something cool to the intro. But we'll come back to that.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
That's already so much better.
I just
Crazy.
miss what we used
So
to
to
be.
me, right now, what we have is a pretty full, clean, simple sound. Like, this is the fundamentals, bro. You can add so much more. You can get crazy with reverbs. You can get crazy with fucking delays and ping pongs and effects and sauce and candy and all this type of bullshit, bro. But yeah, man, I mean, this is really the fundamentals. Like, you heard how it went from sounding like a raw bedroom track to sounding like relatively professional. And I mean, we probably could have done that in an hour. If, you know, I mean, we could do it way faster if I wasn't explaining things, but even explaining things, we probably could have done that in an hour. So it doesn't take too long. It's just really important that you have the structure, like of how you're organizing the gain staging. Those are the two, those are the two things that are the absolute most important things. Obviously getting a good take is really important. Obviously clean edits is really important, but from a mixing perspective, if you're leveling things out, if it's sounding clean, if it's sounding controlled, if it's sounding full, if it's sounding even, if it's sounding natural, if it's sounding crispy, you're cooking. So that's my perspective on it. Abe says, the S sound at the end of the breathless on the different tracks not lining up is bugging me so much. All right, bet. Let me fix that real quick. Thanks, Abe.
I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me. When you cut, I'll bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, Lord, tonight. And I don't wanna leave you tonight. And I don't want.
That's not lining up either.
And I don't. And
Let's see
I
if
don't.
we can get that.
And I don't want. And I don't. And I don't.
I don't wanna leave. Skibby dan doon dan beatin dee. Skeepin beatin dee 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 dee. Squeeby beady dee. Do 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 do. Catchy, man. Catchy melodies. All right.
And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless, and have you wish.
Yeah, no shit, that's annoying. That's funny. I did not catch that.
And have you.
It's a really good reason to like do things in stages, because like if you're really focused, especially bro, I know you meditate, like when you're really focused on something, you really can like ignore something else. So it's always good to like scan the whole, like look at it in different, like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the vocals. Okay, now I'm gonna listen to the reverb. Now I'm gonna listen to the EQ. Now I'm gonna listen to the line level. Now I'm gonna listen to the tightness. You really want to kind of break that up into stages for this exact reason. So
And have you. And have you wishing that we could. And have you wish. And have you. And have you wish. And have you wish. And have you. And have you wish.
why does this one sound like butt so much?
And have you wish.
Oh.
And have you wish. and have you wish and have you 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 wishing that we could have made it right.
Come here, you little poop head.
And have you and have you and have you wishing that and have you wishing that we could have made it right.
Could've made it right.
And have
I
you
don't like that transition.
and have you and have you wishing that and have you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And have you wishing that and have you
Alright, I
wishing
mean,
that
that's pretty good. I don't want to overthink it.
and have you wishing
When we do
that
the reverbs on there, I think that'll help a little bit too, but I don't love that. I don't love it.
and have you wishing that we could.
I feel like this is this got moved over a little bit too. Do 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 do.
And have you wishing that and have you wishing that and have you wishing that we
I think
could
that got better.
little things 'cause
He says Wave Sync VX. Hey man, not everybody has plugins, so I gotta teach the kids how to do it without the plugins. The old school way, bro. The old school
little
way.
things, 'cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight, and I don't wanna leave you, 'cause I don't wanna leave you breathless. And have you wishing that we could have made it right. And have you and have you wishing that and have you and have you and have you and have you breathless and have you.
So something I learned. This is kind of Abe, this is actually one of the reasons why I never really, because like obviously it'd be more efficient and it's something on my list of like, I'd like to try that. But something that I've learned from watching a lot of people do a lot of edits, and something I've learned from playing music for a long time, is like perfect isn't always better. And obviously it's like a time limitation thing. Like if you had infinite time, you could hand edit everything. And obviously we don't have infinite time. So it's like if you can do in 5 minutes what would take you an hour, like obviously the 5 minute option is better. And if I'm not mistaken, all the waves align and all the alignment plugins, like you can make adjustments. But the thing I don't like about that is it's like you just slap it on and it adjusts it all for you. Like I don't want that necessarily. Like especially when I do my own vocals, like there's lots of times where there's like subtle rhythmic variations that I think actually sound good and sound natural and sound real. The more everything sounds exactly like one thing, it's going to sound more processed, more professional in a way. And yeah, see, I already knew he was going to say that. He's saying you can adjust how perfect or imperfect it is. And yeah, for sure you can, but like, I think that, I don't know, again, I'm not against it, but one of the reasons why I haven't jumped on it is just because perfect is not always better. And when you kind of only fix what's broken, then you keep a lot more of that natural take. So obviously if the guy's a flawless take giver, then it's going to be way better. And obviously the guy's super imperfect, then you might want to use it more. There's a whole spectrum in between, but that's my logic anyways of why I've done it the way I've done it for as long as I've done it. So anyways, there you go. He says, well, yeah, you don't want it to be 100% the same or else it's going to sound like a bad chorus effect. For sure. Yeah, sometimes I think even editing it is not the move. I don't know, it's just my perspective. It depends on what you're doing too. Like if you're doing a 12 stack of fucking harmonies, then like you probably would want it to be basically perfect. You know, not perfect, but like pretty tight. Versus like for me, this is like a punk rock hip hop song. It's like I kind of like that it's a little bit more. I don't know. Anyways, this is just my 2 cents. But
For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm
like
crying.
if you real quick, if you listen to like I was talking about earlier, if you listen to like Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers EP, a lot of Mac Miller, like they don't vocal line a lot of their stuff. They don't. And it sounds cool like that. It sounds like he's singing it. You know what I mean? So it's a stylistic thing. Yeah, it's really just your preference. But like for the more professional produced sound, like you probably would want to do that.
And I don't wanna leave you.
Okay,
Cause I don't wanna leave you breathless.
I think it might be time to do some wetness, bro. Let's hear how this goes into the next one. Funk Congress says, do I like beats? Yeah, of course I like beats. I make beats. I like mixing, I like beats, I like raps, I like music.
Wishing that we could have made it
Back and
right.
forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then
I feel like, yep, I feel like this is quiet right here.
when I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more.
I feel like we need to compress this a little bit more. Maybe I'm tripping. Now I'm starting to see why I compressed it so hard last time, huh?
Help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want.
There's another plugin that I'm gonna pull up real quick that is useful. It might not help right now, but I'm gonna try it. Vocal Writer. Mono.
Help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an encore. I can't even
This is like kind of like a compressor, but whereas a compressor is like actually like squeezing the signal down, this is literally just like riding the fader a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes it makes it better, sometimes it doesn't, but I think it's making it better. He says, ew, Vocal Writer.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it.
When it sounds better with it, bro.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off.
And then we're gonna turn the sensitivity down a bit.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me
so
for
the spill one, I want to make sure I'm telling you what I'm doing. The spill one is like blending it with the original signal. So again, it's just a way to just tighten it up a little bit, but you don't want to do it too much.
To get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an encore. I can't even break my heart because my heart's cold. And I can't even hold your heart because my head's cold. And I don't want to break your heart because I can't know.
I think that's working good. I like Vocal Writer. I'm curious though, Abe, what do you not like about it? Is it just a little too sloppy for you? Or what do you think? Because it's definitely something you got to tune it real tight or it doesn't work. Okay, so now I think we got some ad-libs. We can't forget the ad-libs, right?
Could have made it right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts.
Where is this busing to? Some bus. We don't want that. So let's get
I
rid of
felt it.
that.
I couldn't.
Oh, we need the gate on there for sure. Delete. Okay, so now we just got rid of this track is not sending anywhere now. We're going to label it. And we're going to do chops.
Could have made it right.
Broken hearts getting
So same thing, we're going to take this template, slap it on there, and we're going to start from the beginning because we don't use templates like that. At least I don't.
when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was all sure.
I like that shit.
Like an encore, yeah.
cool. So see, it's cutting all that noise that's below this is getting cut out.
And I felt it. I couldn't.
Yeah, you can hear the other rappers in the background talking. Must not have had the door closed all the way.
And I felt it. I couldn't.
He says just compress more or have a second compressor to catch what the first compress ain't getting. Yeah, but I don't want to compress it anymore. I don't wanna.
And I felt it. I couldn't.
I didn't ask what you would do instead. I asked why you don't like Vocal Writer. I do appreciate that, but I'm curious why you don't like it. What's wrong with using Vocal Writer?
And I felt it.
Because if you tell me, I want to know. If you got a good reason, I want to know.
And I felt it. I couldn't.
Cool, that's good. I just keep hearing little parts jumping out, so I want to make sure that's right. Okay, cool. So now we got the gate. Do some de-essing. I don't even know if it needs it. Let's hear it in context so we know we're not doing something dumb.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts.
I honestly feel like that sounds nice.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it.
Yeah, so Abe says Vocal Writer is basically just a compressor with variable release and attack times. I don't agree with that. It's a fader writer. It's writing the fader. It's not compressing. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different ratios. I mean, to your point, it is a variable release and attack in a sense, but that's kind of not true because the sensitivity and the fast and slow, like I'm sure it's somewhat variable, but I mean, fast is fast, slow is slow. It's a lot more just like kind of shaving off a little bit here and there, especially if you use it tight. I don't know, in my understanding, I don't think it's creating a compression ratio. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what I think. So let's do some.
Getting sent through text message. I know your heart.
Yeah, I don't even think it needs a de-esser, so I'm not gonna use it. Let's see if it does after I compress it though.
Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts. Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart.
So all I'm doing on this one, I like the compression. I'm just balancing a little more of the dry signal into it.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it.
And that's nice because a lot of times, like especially when I was younger, I would just find a good compression sound that I like and just fucking slap it on everything. And that's like such not a good idea because compression is dynamic, meaning that it's volumes going up and down. And like what makes a mix interesting isn't everything being flat, it's variance. It's like this is flat and then this is bouncy and then it's these different things. So if I dial in the main vocal a certain way, I might intentionally dial in the secondary vocal a little bit differently. Like we do that in bands, right? Like so if we have like a lead riff and like a harmony riff or like a rhythm part and a main part, you don't always want to use the same guitar for both parts. So like, or even like, let's say you want to layer some chords or something, you might want to use two different guitars in order to layer those so that like we were talking about earlier, each instrument has its own harmonic profile. So you might want to change the harmonic profiles for each one just a little bit so that they create variance and creates more interesting mixes, in my opinion. So yeah, everything being the same all the time is not always a move. So this basically what I'm doing is this main vocal is more compressed and then this ad lib is like a little more natural sounding, which I think fits the ad lib because it sounds more like a guy in a room talking in your ear, right?
Broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts is when it broke it. I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was offshore. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off.
We definitely need some auto-tune on here.
Tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off. Tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an encore. I can't even push my heart because my heart's cold. And I can't even hold your heart because my head's cold. And I don't wanna break your heart because I can't know.
Play for me,
Cool. I think that's pretty good. And then we're gonna go through and do some reverbs and do some little bit of mastering. Will be good. But I know it's kind of a long one, so.
I thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go. Play for me.
Already cooking. So before we get into reverbs, I just want to do one more thing. We're going to mix into mastering a little bit. Some people think this is really cool. Some people think this is really stupid. I don't know. I go back and forth. I've been doing it more lately. And my logic behind it is like, I might not even print everything with this at the end. I might print it without the mastering stuff and then remaster it in a separate project. Sometimes if I'm in like a super rush, I'll kind of like ghetto master it within this project, which is probably not the best way. But when you're doing 6 songs, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But the logic behind it is that like if I'm treating it like I'm mastering it a little bit, everything going into it is going to, like, my ears are going to be able to tell me what it might sound like when it's mastered. So since we're already, like, the levels are good, I think the overall mix is good, especially on these 2 guys that we got to. So I want to kind of just throw a little bit of mastering on there just to make sure, like, we have a limiter just catching the peaks. We maybe have like a little bit of maybe a little bit of master compression, maybe a little bit, like, we'll see. And then, like I said, I might take it off.
Bathroom floor tonight, wait for me. Will you cut off easily? Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless. And have you wishing that we could have made it right.
Back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts, is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put
Alright,
you
cool.
on,
So we put just a little bit of limiting on there.
And have you wished
We're getting a little bit of peaks floating up past the master, which we do not want. Let me drop the master back down.
and have you wishing that we could have made it right.
back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts, is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just couldn't help it. Fuck all these diamonds on my neck, I would go and melt it. When I tried to put you on, you was offshore. Then I tried to get you on, you was off more. Now we slipping on and off, I don't want more. Yeah, they call me for the stage like an encore. Yeah, like an encore. I can't even break my heart because my heart's cold. And I can't even hold your heart because my
Cool.
head's
So now we're just kind of like getting more power. Like, we're still coming right up to, see how it says minus 0.1? We're still coming right up to that. But it's just pushing it a little bit harder, but not too much. Not too much, you know? I'm not the best master in the world, but this is my train of thought behind it. Okay, and then we'll throw just like a little sprinkle of compression on there. This is a good place to use analog stuff too, because it just adds a little sauce to the mix, ideally. But yeah, too much is bad too, just like everything. Alright, let's try this.
Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless. And have you wishing that we could have made it right.
back and forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart hurts, is when it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your
I think
heart,
that sounds pretty good. So you want to be super light on like any sum bussing, mix bussing, master. You don't want to go super crazy because like we already did everything that we wanted. So if I go now and compress the fuck out of it at the last second, it's going to kind of poop on the whole mix. So I'm just taking a low ratio, like 4-to-1, 3-to-1, 2-to-1, somewhere in there, and just a little bit. Just a little bit, not a ton, not 12 like we've been doing.
Cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight.
Let's put it all the way on. This is all the way compressed.
Now I'm
This
crying
is all the way
on
dry.
bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me, will you cut off easily? Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're
So
crying
for me,
on.
what I'm going for is a balance of tightness, cleanness, and fatness and power all at the same time. So it's all about balance. You're always kind of, so what I do is I'll push it one way, push it the other way, and then you want to find that little sweet spot.
I just miss what we
Dial
used.
in.
I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Wait for me, will you cut off easily?
Cool. So that's a decent little pre-master right there. I mean, you can take it so much farther than that. But just so you can kind of get a concept of what it is, this is a plugin called Referee, which I freaking am liking. I just started using it. So what we're going to do is... How do we... There we go. So we're going to add, I don't know, what would be a good song? Californication, why not? Let's do that one. So we're going to compare... He said Waves Vitamin. But bro, Referee is free. This is free.
Western civilization.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Western civilization. The sun may rise.
Where's the other? I don't know why it does this where it doesn't pull up my main track. Oh, it's because it's not on.
I just 1, 2, 3. So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word.
Western civilization.
Oh, I probably shouldn't be playing that on this stream. That's probably not a good idea. We better be quick with it then.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last
Western civilization.
So overall, mix is actually not bad, bro.
So
Not enough low end.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up.
Let's go forward because we don't have any low end right there.
When it broke it, I felt it. When I tried to fix your heart, I just when it broke it, I felt it.
The 100 hertz range is definitely not enough, I would say. I don't know. Let's just try it. Oh yeah, that's way better. Woo! I liked it. I liked it.
When you cut off it easily, don't just say that.
So yeah, you don't want to. I made it look like I'm like, oh, let me make my mix like this mix, but that's not really what you want to do. You just kind of want to get a ballpark of like, okay, this song, I know what it sounds like. I know this song sounds full. I know this song sounds even. So like, if my song sounds super low compared to that, then my master's really far off from where it needs to be. And if the frequencies are like similar, then it's like, okay, cool. Like this mix that I know sounds even in full is looking sort of similar to my mix that's sounding even in full. It just gives you a point of reference, which is really useful for client work. So, and especially when you're training your ears. So cool. So we got a pre-master, we got levels handled, we got a little bit of distortion. So now we're going to add some effects. Let's do some effects and then we'll make the intro sound cool. And Yahel says generalized idea, precisely.
So many questions, I don't have all these.
All of a sudden that S is bothering the hell out of me now. Let me put it on the bus.
So many questions, I don't. So many questions. So many questions. So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3, go, please.
Cool. All right, so now let's do like a fun reverb. Let's do a long one for this one. Reverb long. We'll do a little mixture. We'll do a long one. This is where templates are fun, but I just want to show you that you don't need one. Short. I don't know. We'll do a haul. I don't know. A plate. Then we'll do delay slap, maybe. We might not use it, but we'll put it there. And then we'll put a delay widener, maybe. And then delay ping. We don't gotta do all this. I just kind of want to give you a little spectrum of what can be done. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I'm gonna take this intro bus. And we're gonna send it to all of these. Before I do that, let me make my life easier. I'm about to get confused. If you get confused, don't do that. Okay, so I'm going to take all these, put them under here. And then I'm going to take all these. Do you know how to send multiple at once? know it sounds like a dumb thing, but if I hit all these, will it do it at once? If I go all wet bus. Nope. See, how do you send multiples at once? Does anybody know that? I've been trying to figure that out too. I hate this, like, dragging them all at once. Is it like a shift click or something, maybe? I don't know. Oops. No, no. Don't go to the folder. Don't go to the folder. No. Wet. Okay, make sure. Wet bus, 2 times. Wet bus. Doesn't even sound like a word anymore. Wet bus. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want the distortion going to the wet bus. Because I want that going to the dry bus, because the distortion's kind of dry. Angel dry bus, chorus bus. Cool. All right. So now all of these are going into this wet bus. So if I solo the wet bus, we're only going to get the reverbs. Now there's no reverbs yet, but there's about to be. Sure. Before we do the intro and get crazy, let me just kind of show you how it works in case you don't know. So here's the chorus bus, and we're going to send it to, I don't know, let's do a long reverb. Cool. We got this chorus is now sending to this long reverb, and now we need to pull up a reverb. I really like this one for long stuff. It's tight.
I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily.
And what's really, really cool about this, man, is that now, you know what? Abe just said reverb. Yeah, let's do reverb, bro. Who needs waves? Reverbate. What's the difference between reverb and reverbate? Because I don't really use reverb that much. Sweet verbo.
3, go! Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
Oh my god, it's so loud. Oh, it's so loud. Donald says, yeah, I figured out how to route to tracks and use FXs on those. Perfect. Yeah, just make sure you're getting rid of the master send when you do that.
3, go! Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Play for me. When you cut,
I don't think we need an echo on here, though.
3, go! Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little.
Cool. So my thing with the reverb, man, is you want it to be there but not dominating. Everybody that starts mixing usually uses way too much reverb. So let's hear it in context.
Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what
and then another thing I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm curious if Lou does this or not. I know how he feels about EQ, but I'm definitely gonna EQ this reverb because we don't need all of them lows. At least not that much. Not that much. I guess I want to do a shelf, low shelf.
Play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm play for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor.
Donald says where it says add and remove, there are more options in that plugin. What do you mean? You mean right here? Yeah, this is where you add all your plugins. This is all your plugins right here. Saturate the reverb. All right, that sounds cool. So let's throw some saturation on the reverb. Can't go wrong with that. Sometimes I'll compress it too. Just depends on the vibe. That sounds cool.
For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight, and I don't wanna leave you.
Cool. I think that's pretty good.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily.
He said no in the reverb plugin. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's all these fucking different things you can do. And then you can even change out the impulse response, I think. Is that true, Abe? I think you can do that. Yeah, you can. Oh, yeah, add remove. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, so there's all types of different shit you can do. Pretty cool. I honestly don't mess with this one too much. I grew up on this little simple guy right here, and then I didn't really know how this one worked. But yeah, seems legit. Seems like you can actually do some really cool shit with this. There is, on the plugins guide, there's like a whole pack of impulse responses that you can download for free, which is pretty cool. Hell yeah. Good looks, Donald. All right, let's knock this out. We're almost done.
2, 1, 2, 3, go. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Bleed for me, when you cut.
Okay, now we gotta send this to that.
When you cut out easily, I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight for me.
So I'm going for something kind of tight and quicker. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I want it to be big and powerful too, because I feel like the song is like a real sing-songy jam thing.
For me, when you cut out easily, I just miss what we used to be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight for me. When you cut out easily.
It's not very short. That's not very short.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Okay, let's hear what that actually sounds like though.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave. Bleed for me.
So basically what we're doing, bro, is I got two reverbs. I got one that's much longer, and I got one that's much shorter, and they're different. So again, it's that whole variation thing. You know what I'm saying?
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying.
Cut some of the lows. I think we'll do a similar EQ thing to this one. And then I put it after the saturation just to switch up the tone a little bit.
Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
Now those S's are kind of adding up now. So let me just a wee bit. Make sure we save, because it would suck if it crashed, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would.
1, 2, 3, go. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily.
Oh, so much better.
I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And I don't wanna leave you, cause I don't wanna leave you breathless.
I feel like maybe the distortion's a little spicy. Let's see.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Bleed for me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor.
Little tiny bit of saturation on the end.
Miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight for me.
Maybe just a little bit of compression on the full vocal just to glue all the shit together, maybe.
I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight for me. When you cut off it easily, don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom.
I think that sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's get a delay in here, and then we'll go from there. See, my dog likes it. It must be good. Let's do a ping pong. Let's do a ping pong. And it's already pretty wide, so I'm probably not going to use a widener on this one, because I don't want to risk issues and I don't want to go too long. So we'll do ping pong, and we'll do delay. Let me do re-delay, because y'all got that shit for free.
I just miss what
I'm literally going to hit the ping pong.
I just miss what we used to be. And now don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying.
So I'm just making the width a little bit tighter so it's not like super obnoxious all over the place, and then I'm just pulling the wetness down.
I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight for me.
And then this is a little bit of EQ. I'm just taking off some lows and some of the highs from the delay so it doesn't make a ton of mud.
For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight for me. When you cut, I bleed easily. Don't just say that it's little things, cause now you're crying on your bedroom floor tonight. And for me, when you...
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool.
For me, when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be. And now I'm crying on the bathroom floor tonight for me.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool, man. So man, I mean, there's so much more we could do. We could go into like more effects. We could do something fun for the intro, which I think maybe is how we'll end it. But before we close out with the intro stuff, I want to see what is there anything that you want to learn, bro? Is there anything that I didn't cover yet that you'd like me to cover while we're here? Let me pull this over here real quick, see if somebody needs my attention while I'm waiting for Donald. And for everybody else who's watching still, what do you guys think? You feel like that's overall pretty much the basics, or you feel like I'm totally off base? Let me know. And I'm gonna look this up real quick, and then we'll be back. Yep, nobody's here. We chilling. Cool. All right. So yeah, just to kind of reiterate. So first, we organized. We recorded, right? I know we didn't record today, but like, let's see, we recorded. We organized. We made folders. We leveled everything to like approximately -12 just to kind of start. We ran the buses. We did individual effects on each track. We did a little bit of pre-mastering. So like if I bounce this out right now, and I'll show you guys a bounce out before we close it out, you'll see it should be looking decently like a solid finished product. Like obviously it's not 100% perfect, but we did effects, we did sends, we did everything basically, at least to the basics, besides doing the intro and doing maybe like some more effects for the rap vocals. I kind of don't want to get nitty gritty into effects right now because that's like a whole wormhole, and we're gonna do that in the other lesson. But I do want you to just understand, like, you know, you can blend a short reverb, you can blend a long reverb, you can blend a plate, you can blend some distortion, you can blend, you know, whatever you want, and you just add these little pieces together, boom, 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 and before you know it, man, it's like really turns into something special. But you gotta really like find the sweet spot at every level. So that's really the key. Yeah, I think on that note, man, let's do the intro, man. And if you guys have any other questions or comments or want to talk shit or whatever, go for it, and we'll cover that in a second.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers.
Let's put some, let me just move this up here for a second. Let's go long, let's go short, let's go ping pong, let's go distortion, and let's just hear what that sounds like.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Play it for me.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I want it to be crazier than that, though. So, oh, did I do the wrong one? Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't hear that. But see, I did the wrong one. Ooh, see, you gotta pay attention, man.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
No, I didn't. I'm tripping. Where did I put that? Why I lost my little guy? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. See, this is why we change colors on shit. But whatever. Okay, so let's see. See, I thought I wasn't tripping. Donald says, I think you were pretty in-depth today, but I'm not sure if I got anything specific at the moment yet. Probably won't till I start to integrate. Yeah, say less, man. There's a lot today, so cool. Cool, I'm glad. I feel like we covered at least the basics of kind of everything. So great. Great, man.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep
So
calling.
there's two ways you can do this. What I could do is I could make a whole separate effects chain just for the intro, which I might do. Another thing you can do is, since we have those other reverbs dialed in for the other vocals the way we liked them, I don't want to change those. So I can either make a new one, or I can send more of this signal to those other signals, which is what I'm going to do right now. So if you click on the routing, if I turn this up, if I turn this up, if I turn this up, oh, maybe I don't want to turn the distortion up, reverb, then it's going to be way wetter than the other ones. Let's see.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling out, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Hell yeah. So that sounds pretty freaking cool. So let's try some lo-fi on the main track of the intro bus just to see. Okay, let's do lo-fi. Let's do wet 100%. Delay basically none. Feedback basically none. Try ping pong. I don't know. So what I'm doing, we'll get more into depth with delays later, but basically I'm not. No, normally a delay is kind of like an echo. So you'll be like echo, 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 or you can also be like So there's like tightnesses of it, but if you go all the way to where it's almost no tightness at all, like it's literally almost just a double of the vocal. So that's what we're doing right here. So it's 14 milliseconds. I don't even want that. I want no milliseconds. So I want it to be not delayed, but what I'm doing is I'm ping-ponging it. So I'm making it go left and right. And then I'm basically just using this as a lo-fi filter, with analog. So pretty cool. And then when you hit analog on the delay, it's going to put like a little noise in there. I'm just going to gate that out because I actually want the analog in this case. All right, let's hear it.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep
That's sick.
calling, but
Little saturation,
nobody
maybe.
answers. I hate thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 3.
That's cool.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling.
All right, let me hear it in context.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. I hate thinking that I'm.
You know, it'd be cool. What if we Oh, I keep losing it because it's a different color. What if we did some panning?
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. Thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2, 1,
I
2.
don't know. That might be too much, but I think it's cool. Let's see.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep.
And then right there, we want to switch it. Doom, 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 doom.
So many questions, I don't have all these answers. I keep calling up, but nobody answers. Thinking that I might have heard your last word. 1, 2.
that's not sounding as cool as it did in my head. I maybe am doing it in the wrong place, but that's fine. Just a little quick idea.
One, two, three.
And then Abe says we should cut some lows, which I definitely agree. Let's go ahead and do that, so that it's not like all bassy when the track lost the bass. I mean, I honestly just do that anyways a lot of times because I just like the cell phone effect, but I think that's a really good logic for why also.
One, two, three, go! Play for me when you cut out. One, two, three, go! Play for me.
Ooh, that smacks. That smacks. Good suggestion, Abe. Yeah, and it's like, it's working so much better now because now that the intro vocal is like super thin and quiet, then it's the 1, 2, it sounds like, oh shit, there's a whole band, and then the chorus vocals kick in, so it's like you have this like notch up where it's like thin, thicker, thickest. So now we have all this contrast taking place. That really hits, man.
So many questions I don't have all these answers. One, two, three, go! Play for me when you cut, I bleed easily. I just miss what we used to be.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor. I don't wanna leave you breathless, to have you wishing that
I'm
we
gonna
could
turn the
have made.
distortion down just like a little bit.
I don't wanna leave you breathless, to have you wishing that we could have made it
Back and
right.
forth, broken hearts getting sent through text message. I know your heart
Man,
hurts.
and now his sounds so thin compared to those. So now we'd go through and kind of do that same treatment. We give him some sauce and some wetness and some distortion and some saturation and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, so I think that's a pretty good place to call it, man. Let me bounce it out and just show you like what it would actually look like. And we can kind of get a version of like what it might look like, SKOOL version. This is not the version I gave them. I honestly think this came out better than the version that I gave them. If I would take this same, like if I would finish the mix at this level, I think we would have gotten quite a bit of a better project, man. So anyways, let's render it up. Why are we at 44 though? We don't want to be 44, do we? I think we want 48, gang. 48, gang. 48K, baby. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Not bad. That's not bad. It's not sausagified, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. So yeah, like that would be, honestly, if you sent that to a mastering engineer, they probably wouldn't be happy with it. Because it's like mastered but not really. So we, like I said, we'd probably take off the effects that we got baked in. Not the effects, I'm sorry, like not the effects as in like the vocal effects, but like these mastering effects. We'd probably unbake that before we fully sent the mix or the mix to be mastered, or before we mastered it ourselves. But if you print this out as a reference, then when the mastering person gets it, you could be like, look, it's not fully mastered, but like this was like my version of a master, and then here's the unmastered version. So it gives them a lot of perspective. So yeah. And now that we know that it's coming out at that level, everything's good. We kind of know we have headroom. We kind of know that everything's sitting well. We got a good mix. So it's not super duper scientific. You can definitely get way nerdier and start measuring LUFS and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, this is the foundation. If you just use your ears and you listen critically to what you're doing, you listen to what other people are doing, you listen to, you know, your favorite songs, your favorite mixes, and you just compare and keep doing it, it's going to get better and better and better. A lot of it is just ear training. So, cool. I think that we pretty much crushed it. Abe said, you have time for me to show you something after stream? Yeah, bro. You want to jump on a call? You want to jump on a school call or what? Or do you want me? I can just pull the school call up on this live. We should do that. That'd be cool. All right. Well, on that note, gang, I'm going to call the mixing session. We're calling it. I think we did more than enough today. Appreciate you guys for sticking out for 3.5 hours. That's crazy. And who knows? Maybe Donald Baker will check out the stream later. Cool. So yeah, what's up, Abe? You want to jump on a call, bro? We could do it right now. You want to jump on while we're still live, so everybody can see it? Or do you not want to do that? I can pull that MF up real quick like. And then Donald says, for sure, brother, it's definitely been very enlightening. Cool, man. Hopefully that answers some of your questions, brother. School? Let's go to school. I'm going to just put up a little eventy real quick. Abe reveals his secrets. What time is it? 8:30. Not on live right now, but another time. Okay, cool. Say less. All right. Well, on that note, Abe doesn't want to go live, so we're gonna go on a private call. But if y'all want the secret sauce, join the school. You know what it is, man, and we'll hook you up. So I appreciate you guys. Shout out Donald. Shout out Donald Baker. Shout out Lou Baker. Shout out Abe. Shout out Breadman P. Appreciate you for checking it out in the beginning, and shout out to all my school members and anybody checking this out on the replay. We appreciate you. Hope that shit brought you some value. Hopefully it wasn't too complicated, and hopefully you guys are making some better mixes after that. So cool. We'll hit it next time. Peace out. Love you guys, man. Drink water.